And what's good, everybody? Glad to have you guys in the stream once again. Happy Monday night, as we got what could be the last game at Heinz Field at home for a Big Ben in tonight's matchup here. The Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Cleveland Browns. This is a must-win game for Pittsburgh at 7-7 with one tie in the season, 5-2 at home with one tie as well. Cleveland eliminated from the playoff scenario, 7-8 record for the Browns this season. Pittsburgh still alive as they are looking to win out in order to get to the playoffs, and they need some help. They would need the Jaguars to beat the Colts on Sunday to be able to get into the playoffs, along with winning tonight and then winning their game on Sunday against Baltimore. Welcome back to the stream, everybody being a part here. Special live stream tonight covering some Monday Night Football. And if you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Happy New Year, everybody, and hope all is going well out there. So this is most likely the last game at home that we'll see for Big Ben for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Right now, Pittsburgh's number 9 in the AFC, Cleveland at number 12, eliminated from the playoff picture. And Cleveland losing two nail-biters. Last two games by 2 points each. Lost against the Raiders on December 20th, 16-14. They lost at Lambeau against the Packers on Christmas, 24-22. Baker Mayfield threw a career-high 4 interceptions in the last game for Cleveland. What's good, Malik, on the stream? Welcome in. Pittsburgh coming off a big blowout loss at Arrowhead against Kansas City, 36-10 last Sunday. In the first matchup, Pittsburgh beat Cleveland back on Halloween, 15-10. Low-scoring game. Think we're going to see much more points today in this matchup here on Monday night. Both of the running backs been having a solid season. Najee Harris, 5th in rushing yards, as he's a rookie. And then Nick Chubb having a great season, number 3 in rushing yards for Nick Chubb. It was actually Harris who had a better game in the previous matchup. Harris ran the ball 26 carries, 91 rushing yards, rushing touchdown. Chubb was held to 61 rushing yards on 16 carries. The rush defense has been extremely leaky this season, though, giving up around just under 5 yards per rush this season for Pittsburgh. So they're at the very bottom of the NFL this season as far as rush defense. Both of these teams more so ground game based. For these two teams, as it's been a struggle with the quarterback play this year. Andrew, welcome in, man. I heard about that. Yeah, I didn't get any snow where I was. It's shocking. I heard Washington, D.C. today got pounded. Yeah, up in the Northeast, Washington, D.C., New Jersey, even like Virginia, Kentucky got snow. Georgia even got snow. We got nothing over here in Mass. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. Big Ben pretty victorious when it comes to Monday night games. 17-6 record in 23 starts on Monday Night Football. He has a 25-3 and 1 record against the Browns all time. So he has just owned the Browns throughout his career and looking to close out this one with a W. And they're going to have to win out and get some help from an unlikely team to do so. Looking like they're going to be picking at number 1 once again with Jacksonville. Jacksonville will have to upset. Will have to have a big upset over the Colts on Sunday to help out Pittsburgh. Christian, welcome in, man. Yeah, I had a pretty eventful day today. I was out and about trying to get myself tested. I'm currently in quarantine right now, and I didn't go to work today, and I have to get tested tomorrow once again. And hopefully things will come back fine for me, I hope. Wow, North Carolina got snow. Yeah, that's really odd. I heard like record snowfall out in the Mid-Atlantic and down into the Southeast. That's crazy. Yeah, we got nothing. It's quite odd. Nantucket got, I think, like Nantucket and one of the islands right below, like the big mainland of Mass, that got like 3 to 6 inches in Nantucket, and we got nothing. We had like this big like dry air gap over us today, but it felt like it was gonna snow. Getting ready for kickoff here, some Monday Night Football. Welcome into the special live stream tonight. Pittsburgh on their home field for the last time this season at Baltimore for Week 18. And Pittsburgh will go in the black uniforms tonight. White numbers, yellow letters. As we're about to get ready to kick off in just a moment. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. And this will be Cleveland kicking off the football first as Pittsburgh will return this kick. It'll drift all the way back, and they'll let it go all the way back to the end zone. And here comes out Big Ben for the what could be the very last time at Heinz Field. One of my family members had a positive test, so I'm not able to show up to work until I get tested. And I was trying to get a test today. I eventually did, and I tried to go through my healthcare provider, and they told me that they'd have it on another day. So I went down to another site after driving for like 3 hours and finally got one. And they just called me back saying that they're gonna give me one tomorrow. So I actually got 2 of them out of it. But yeah, right now I'm in quarantine. Vaughn, what's good? Welcome in, man. I've been wearing my N95 all over the place lately. That's a short carry, about a gain of 3 on the rush for Pittsburgh. Ben from the gun, ball spot around the 28-yard line. Takes a snap back to pass, fires quick side right, complete. That's over to Claypool, diving to the first down sticks, and looks like he's around that marker, just a yard short. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 now for Pittsburgh. Yeah, I thought they were going to get that, Brian. Man, just devastating right there. Sorry to hear there, man. Welcome back in. I thought they had it yesterday against the Rams. Oh, referees will say that they will give Pittsburgh generous spot first down. The graphic change, 1st and 10 now at the 35 of Pittsburgh territory. Roethlisberger in the gun and motion from left to right to Claypool. Ben, play action, rolls out to his right, dumps it out underneath to his tight end, caught by Pat Freiermuth as he is back. And he loses yardage. About a loss of 2 in the catch. Yeah, it's really bad, especially where I am. My whole family, they got their test packets because all of them work in the school district, and they got their test packets yesterday before they went back to school, and I went through it with my mom and my dad and my sister, and one of them came back with a not so good looking test packet on it with 2 lines, which I had contact with, so that's why I'm haven't been out any place. Yeah, hopefully things will be fine. I feel fine. Andrew, welcome in. Pass off the fingertips, incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long now for Pittsburgh. $13 minutes left to go in the first. 3rd and 14 now for Pitt. 3 receivers lined up to the left. Najee Harris, left side of Roethlisberger out of the gun. That's a botch snap. Ben able to pick it up, dump it off a crossing route across the middle. Claypool spin move, but not enough for the first, as he's tackled around 6 yards shy of the first down marker. And Pittsburgh will have to punt away the football as Claypool was able to reach around the 39. So they picked up 1 first down. Claypool on the 2nd down yard catch, able to stretch it out, get the first, but not enough on the second one. And that drive stalls out. It's good for around 14 on the drive for Pittsburgh. 4th and 6, the snap. Boots it away as Pitt, and standing back at their own 6-yard line, they'll return. Down the left sideline, stiff arm past the 10, and Peoples-Jones takes it to the 12. Big special teams tackle. And it's going to be deep in their own territory coming up for Baker Mayfield in the offense for Cleveland. What's good, Andrew in the stream? Welcome in, man. Best of luck there, Christian. Yeah, the Ravens need a ton of stuff to go their way. And the Jags against the Colts, that's the biggest one, that they need the Jags to win over the Colts. It's like the most unlikely scenario, but you honestly don't even know. Even the Raiders. Yeah, Baltimore would need the Raiders to beat the Chargers. Oh, man, sorry to hear that there, Christian. Send my thoughts over to your dad if he's still in recovery right now. We're going to take the first time out of the game. 12-14 left to go in the first. This game's tied up. Love Conquers on the stream. Welcome in. Harry, welcome in, man. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Something just clearly not right with that man. Just taking brutal hit after brutal hit, and what it does to you, CTE. That came back from that playoff game against the Bengals, where he just got knocked out. And yeah, you could see throughout his career, there's just something not right with him mentally. He needs to get back into order with all his priorities. So even though with all the drama, tension in the organization, especially with AB, and now AB is no longer, I know the Bucks are depleted, but I'm still not counting out Tom Brady. So I'm gonna say Tampa Bay is gonna go back into the Super Bowl for my prediction, even though it looks like the odds are against them at this point with the injuries, especially in the offensive side of the ball, and they coming off a brutal victory against the Jets. They came back and won. And then I'm gonna take for the AFC. I'm gonna go Buffalo. Even though Kansas City's been unstoppable, the Bills have started to figure things out. Yeah, hopefully they're able to reschedule that. F. Lloyd in the stream, welcome in. Sorry to hear about that with your Seahawks, man. I've got Alabama. 1st and 10 coming up. It's going to be Cleveland football around the 27-yard line. There was a 15-yard penalty attached to that after the play was over. They go right to left in the field. Single set back formation. Mayfield takes a snap, handoff to Chubb, and he gets wrapped up for a loss of 3 in the backfield. Immediately met by Robert Spillane. Comes up, pushes the line, able to find his way past the line, and takes down Chubb for a loss of 3. Mayfield takes a snap out of the gun. Fires across the middle. That ball is complete. Turns upfield 40 to the 45 out of bounds. That is Jarvis Landry. First down catch. That's good for around a catch of 20. So a crossing route underneath the field. Able to just turn it upfield there for Landry. Good pickup. Once again, Baker will go out of the gun. Ball spot the 45-yard line inside Cleveland territory. They'll go empty backfield. Chubb goes out to his left, lines up as a wide receiver. 3 to the right for receivers, 2 to the left. Play clock down to 1. Mayfield takes his snap from the gun, fires. This one down the left side, off the fingertips, incomplete of his intended tight end, Austin Hooper. He had it soaring up past the 40-yard line. He had it in his hands and just juggled it and lost it. Yeah, that's just off of his fingertips, and Trey Edmonds, the one who is in coverage. Vegas, welcome back in, man. Good to see Providence moved up to number 16 today. Charleston Anita, welcome back to the stream. Happy New Year as well. 11 minutes left to go in the first. 2nd and 10 for Cleveland. Mayfield once again will go in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the right. One to the left, Chubb in the backfield. Left side of Baker. Takes a snap. Baker fires across the middle. That ball is thrown down and away. Incomplete off the fingertips of Anthony Schwartz. And it will now bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Cleveland. I'm going to go Kentucky tomorrow in that game. That pass was actually deflected at the line of scrimmage off the side of the arm of Cameron Hayward to alter that ball. Yeah, I feel like LSU is going to struggle on the glass against Kentucky, because Sheboy's a phenomenal rebounder. Mayfield fires right side, and Austin Hooper drops his second ball in the first drive of the game. Had it down the far right sideline. He had like 5 yards out in front of him, and just thinking too fast, tries to make a turn upfield, flinching, and just off his hands the ball goes, and he drops it. Just thinking too much right there, and Cleveland will have to punt it away. Standing back at his own 30, it's Dustin Colquitt, the punter for Cleveland. Gets the snap off. Oh, he goes down as well on the punt. This is a deep punt. Angles it inside the 10 to the 5 and rolls to the end zone. All the way to the back of the end zone it goes. So Pittsburgh will start out their own 20. And Colquitt took a hard fall on the ground. It was the pass rush off the punt. The punt with a rush coming towards him by the Pittsburgh special teams was coming to him. So no flag towards Pittsburgh for any running into the punter or anything. It was just the whole punt rush was being right. The pile was pushed back right into him. So Pittsburgh's second drive coming up at their own 20. They'll start off out of timeout. What college basketball conference do I think's been most disappointing? I go with the ACC right now. It's basically Duke in a runaway in that conference. Miami, I think everybody lost track of Miami's 11-3. They only have a bad beatdown against Alabama. That's like the only lopsided loss they have. But they're a team to monitor right now. They're undefeated in the conference, and the Pac-12, the bottom of the Pac-12 it's just been tough, and a lot of the Pac-12 teams have been on a pause. Like, UCLA has only played 9 games so far. And some of the teams have played like 14, 15 games so far this season. Yeah, Big 12 has got some really good teams this year. Big East too. I was shocked that Creighton wasn't even ranked. I'm gonna bring up the rankings for this week, but Creighton I think only received like a couple votes. I was shocked about that. What's good, Behind the Arc fan? Welcome to the stream, man. Dennis, welcome back in. Yup, this is Big Ben's last home game tonight. And he has ruled the Browns throughout his career. 25-3-1 record against Cleveland all time. Monday Night Football, he has been great as well. 17-6 on Monday Night Football. Yeah, when I looked at the poll today, I was shocked to see that Creighton had only got 2 votes. They have a vote less than Minnesota, Davidson, San Francisco. Iowa's got more votes than Creighton. West Virginia, UConn, Loyola, Chicago, Oklahoma, Illinois. Creighton that beat Villanova by 20. Yet Villanova's at number 19. And then Creighton had lost against Colorado State and Iowa State, 2 teams that's in the top 25. It doesn't make any sense that they only have 3 losses and they only get 2 votes. Rush up the middle. That's for about a gain of 2 by Najee Harris. Going to take it to around the 22-yard line. It's going to bring up a second down and long for Pittsburgh. Oh, sorry to hear that, Vaughn. Yeah, I've been isolating in my house right now. I've yet to show up to work this week because one of my family members came back yesterday with a positive test. So I've been isolating, and I've been taking care of that family member if anything's been happening. But she's doing pretty well. Harris bulldozes his way forward. First down run. It's good for a gain of 8. Yeah, I still think Wake Forest, I think they're going to be borderline now since they lost those 2 games in conference play. They're probably going to be like bubble for the tournament now for them. I still think they can get to over 500 in the conference, though. Ben hands it off, right side counter to Harris. Stutter step past the 35 and chopped up around the 37, as that is good for a rush of around 6. Oh, and welcome on the stream here, man. Yeah, if you had any symptoms, you might have like come down with something and not even known, especially how fast things have like spread it or so. Yeah, it was last week my dad actually passed out and he was feeling really cold and he had chills, but he's much better now. 8:45 left to go in the first. Ben takes a snap, fires slant across the middle, and that ball is deflected, incomplete. Dangerous throw right there in the tight coverage. Denzel Ward was the one who knocked down the pass intended for Chase Claypool. Only 10 passing yards so far by Big Ben. 2 of those receptions to Claypool, and then another one -4 to Pat Freiermuth. 3rd down and 4 now for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger from the gun. Harris lines up to the right side of him. Claypool to the right, lined up as a receiver, and 2 receivers to the left, and the penalty flag comes down as this will be a delay of game. It's on Pittsburgh, and it will be a 5-yard penalty. Hey, Jason, welcome in, man. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, bud. Yeah, it's pretty bad where I am. My whole family works in the school district, so they all got the kits yesterday, and 2 of the kits came back negative, and 1 came back positive. And I'm the only one in my family that doesn't work in school. So I work with a lot of people that's like age, they all have their shots, but they're aged like 70 and 80 that I work with for the majority of people. So they wanted me to make sure that I get my results back before even going back to work. 3rd down and 9. Roethlisberger takes a snap. Pressure coming. Passes underneath. And Harris catches it. Gets chopped up. Fumbles it. And dives right back on the football. But he's back at the line of scrimmage for no gain. That results in a 3 and out for Pittsburgh. Denzel Ward once again making back-to-back plays defensively for Cleveland. And it will be punt here for Pittsburgh on a 4th and 11, standing back at their own 16-yard line, booting that football away. As it will be angled towards the right side of the hashes, takes a bounce inside the 30 and drops around the 27. That's where it's picked up, and that's where Cleveland will start off their next drive at their own 27-yard line. Still scoreless coming back as we'll have under 8 minutes left to play in the first. What's good? Terrence in the stream. Welcome in. Yeah, just keep on make sure to get exercise and have healthy food. That's like the biggest thing that you can do. Yeah, that was a rough game yesterday for Trevor Lawrence. Patriots defense, though, has been really good this season, especially against the pass. They've been leaky at times against the rush. Like, they've allowed big gains against the rush, but the pass defense has been fantastic. The secondary has been really good this season for the Patriots, and there was a lot of just tough reads that were just too predictable for the Patriots defense that Lawrence shouldn't have made yesterday. And that's something that he'll learn over time once he gets the right coach in there for him to start off with his development instead of regressing, which was just unfortunate this year because of so much just changeover with Urban Meyer just lasting only a few months and now just waiting until the next head coach comes in. It's just been rough for the Jags. Yeah, that's awesome there, Christian. Glad to hear that you're an inspiration like that, man. They're definitely looking for the help for sure. A lot of these fields are just so shortened. I know the airline industry now, that's hurting bad. So many jobs are just short-staffed. Restaurants. Oh, cool there. So he looks like he must have intermission right now for his game. 1st and 10, ball spotted the 27-yard line for Cleveland as they have their second possession of the game. Right to left in the field they go. Mayfield takes a snap as he will hand it off to Chubb. Big carry, 30, 35, down the right sideline, 45. Stutter step move past midfield inside the 45-yard line and drag down around the 41. That's a big run there by Nick Chubb as he tallies off a 32-yard rush and puts Cleveland inside Pittsburgh territory for the first time tonight. What's good, SG Sports Talk? Welcome back in the stream, man. Happy New Year to you guys. And make sure to vote in that poll if you guys haven't already done so. Another handoff. This time they will cut towards the left as it was a right counter handoff, and that goes for about a gain of 2. That is Dearness Johnson gets his first carry of the game. Comes in for Chubb. So Cleveland starting to move the football now as we're under the 7.5-minute mark in the first. Yeah, this is Big Ben's last game at home. They go out of the ace formation. Ball spot at the 39 of Pittsburgh territory. Mayfield, hand off and a jet sweep to Landry. Cuts towards the middle, and he picks up around a gain of 7. It's good for a 3rd down and 1 coming up. This year, I take the Seahawks for the most disappointing team in the NFL. Yeah, Russell Wilson got injured and missed quite a bit of time, and then after he was injured, the team just didn't look like themselves at all. And the defense had a ton of problems. They couldn't close out games. Also Cleveland, too. This team just has so much talent. I remember week 1 when they kept the game close, almost beat Kansas City. I remember everybody was like, yeah, Cleveland's legit. They might go all the way to the AFC's championship game. Possibly. And then just Baker got injured. He's had a rough season. He's coming off his worst game too. He threw 4 picks against Green Bay on Christmas. Low key in the stream. Welcome in, man. Third and 7 coming up under 6 minutes left to go in the first. Mayfield takes a snap back to pass. Pressure coming. Steps up in the pocket. He fires, and that ball is away from Landry. Incomplete. And this should be a punting situation coming up. This is going to be a deep, deep field goal. We'll see what happens. They might have the offense stay on the field. This is around the 36, actually. So this is go for it territory. It's at the Pittsburgh 36. Nothing even open, just throws that ball away and down, intended for Landry. 4th down and 7. Cleveland will go for it at the 36-yard line of Pittsburgh territory. Mayfield from the gun on the 3rd and 7. He takes the snap, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, deflected, and it falls down to the ground as it's incomplete. And the Pittsburgh defense forces a turnover on downs by Cleveland. Hand up in the air, Cameron Hayward bats down the pass to the line of scrimmage as that ball never had a chance. Baker Mayfield looking on the crossing route. Hayward, right hand, get it up, boom. Knocks that ball, deflects it up into the air, falls down onto the grass. And that is a turnover on downs for Cleveland. So nobody on the board so far. Pittsburgh coming up 3rd drive of the game, still scoreless with 5.5 left to go in the first. Hey, thanks so much, SG Sports Talk. Appreciate it, man. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. And this is most likely the last home game of Big Ben during his career. Incredible career for Big Ben, especially when it came to Monday Night Football games. He has a record of 17-6 on Monday night. He's owned the Browns as well throughout his career. 25 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie for Ben Roethlisberger. And this looks like this is the last of him at Heinz Field. It looks like for Big Ben. Yeah, just unfortunate here with Baker Mayfield. He hasn't really been able to progress throughout his career. Yeah, I think Trey Lance is going to be pretty good throughout his career. I like the dual threat quarterbacks, and I think he'll do. I think he's gonna do pretty well. Hey, thanks so much, Low Key. Appreciate it, man, for joining on. So we come out of the timeout. Pittsburgh going to have the football around the 36-yard line of their own territory. Harris gets the rush and rumbles forward for around about 5 in the carry. He takes it. It's going to be 2nd down and manageable coming up for Pittsburgh. Second and 5 now for Pitt. Ball spot around the 42. Roethlisberger, quick passes. He fires on a crosser. First catch of the game goes to Deontay Johnson. Catch a 5 right at the sticks. Moves the chains. Hey, thanks so much there, Dennis. 1st and 10 coming up for Pittsburgh. Just shy of midfield. Harris in the backfield. Ooh, some movement on the defensive line. Free play possibly for Pittsburgh. Deep ball going to air it out to Johnson, and just a step over the head of Deontay Johnson, and no penalty flags down. Yeah, Big Ben clearly looking for a penalty flag. There's the defense looked like it had jumped off sides, and there's no penalty flag down, and that's why Roethlisberger took the shot downfield at Johnson. He thought it was a free play, just airing out the deep ball. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 at the 49-yard line of Pittsburgh territory. Roethlisberger from the gun takes a snap, delayed handoff up the middle to Harris, and he rushes through, dragging tacklers along with him to the 42. It's good for a pickup of 9. Looked like nothing much was going on there to run. Little small crease, though, able to move forward on the delayed handoff. And he was able to find one by Harris, and then initial contact brought his tackler like three yards along for the ride. 3rd and short now coming up for Pittsburgh. Harris lines up to the right side of Roethlisberger from the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It is Claypool to the right side. Johnson, McLeod, and Freiermuth to the left. At the 42-yard line of Browns territory, Roethlisberger takes a snap. Delayed handoff up again to Harris, and it is close to the first down marker. We'll see where the referee spots the football. His knee looked like it might have been down about a half a yard prior to the first down marker, but we'll see here where they have the stop. That football looks like it's just shy, and it will be. It's about a yard short. And this is go-to territory for Pittsburgh at the 41-yard line now of Cleveland territory. They only have 8 conversions on 4th down this season. That's tied for second fewest in the NFL. They're 8 for 18 this season on 4th downs. Pittsburgh goes in the power I. Claypool right to left in motion, goes back to his right. Roethlisberger takes a snap, handoff. Up the middle, McLeod is the ball carrier. As he was in motion, and this looks like it's going to be a first down. Yep, enough on the pile. It's good. What's good, Paul in the stream? Welcome in, man. Or that is actually Derek Watt, number 44, so not 14. I was going to say, he's more punt returning duties, but Derek Watt, fullback, the one who got the carry there. Up the middle, plunging forward for 1. Yeah, Herbert's really good. He's had a tremendous career so far for Justin Herbert. I would love to see a Chiefs-Chargers game in the first round of the playoffs. I think that would be great. I called that one a couple of weeks ago on Thursday Night Football. Quick bubble screen right side of Deontay Johnson. No gain, though, as he's back to the line of scrimmage. Just under the 2-minute mark left to go first quarter. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line of Cleveland territory. Roethlisberger goes from the gun. Empty backfield. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Johnson lines up far right side, 1-on-1 coverage. Roethlisberger takes a snap, airs it out. Deep ball down the left sideline. It is incomplete. Intended for James Washington on the 1-on-1 coverage. He was working on Greedy Williams. Both of them battling for the football. Just Washington was on the outside. Ben threw that ball more inside towards Williams' way. And that's one that, if Ben gets a little bit more air on, puts it on the outside, near the far sideline instead of the right side towards the hashes, that looks like it could be close to a touchdown. 3rd down and 10. 4 wide here for Pitt. Ben takes a snap. Quick slant across the middle. Johnson turns upfield, but he's tripped up from behind. About 4 yards shy of the first down. It's a gain of 6 in the catch by Deontay. And now what do you do once again if you're Pittsburgh? This is go-to territory once again around the 36-yard line of Cleveland. This is exactly where Cleveland had turned over the football on Pittsburgh's side of the field. For Pittsburgh's defensive side of the field. But here's Pittsburgh now at the Cleveland 36-yard line. Pitt is driving on a 4th down and 5 here. They've struggled on 4th downs this season. They made the last one. Pass deflected, and it's incomplete. As Big Ben tried to thread the needle down the middle of the field, deflected on the backside by Malik McDowell. And the Steelers turn over the ball on downs. Malik McDowell almost had an interception. Right through his hands, but either way, forces the turnover on downs. Big Ben was looking for Freiermuth across the middle. Couldn't get it to him, though. That's a tough read right there. As What a play by McDonald, the linebacker, read it the whole way. It's Cleveland football. Uncle Pizzle, welcome in here, man. Glad to have you back in the stream. Happy New Year. Ian, welcome back in, man. 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield just 1 for 6 passing tonight. Handoff towards the left side, and Chubb rushes to about the 40. That's a gain of around 4 on the carry. So Dylan Gabriel flipped his transfer commitment, looks like UCLA to Oklahoma. So first major transfer portal flip. I heard about that with Caleb Williams transferring. X Thunder in the stream, welcome in. My favorite team for NFL is the Patriots. 2nd and 6 coming up for Cleveland. And yeah, if you guys are joining in for the first time, this is actually a little bit of a new font I did. Pass deflected, almost intercepted. It is TJ Watt who gets the ups right there, deflects the pass from Mayfield, and Mayfield is 1 for 7 throwing today. 2 seconds left to go in the first. Lucky that wasn't a pick six. One of the defensive backs almost had a break on that football and could have cashed it in for a pick six if he was around 3-4 yards more on the break. Yeah, so I put this in like a bigger bold for a font. So I made a couple, this is like a minor change to the scoreboard I did, but I have it for this year in like a bigger, bolder font. I did it for. Mayfield takes the snap, back to pass. Watch out, pressure is coming, and he gets sacked, dropped back at the 30-yard line. TJ Watt comes in, picks up half a sack along with Ulysses Gilbert. If this does stand, there's a penalty flag down, though, as we await the call. And we close out the end of the first quarter. Scoreless in this game at the end of quarter number 1. Baker Mayfield gets sacked, and it's just been a rough first quarter with the passing game for Cleveland. Barco, welcome back in. Tyler, welcome in. Things going okay here. It's been quite a long day for me, but hopefully things will get better. Happy New Year, guys. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. Yeah, I've been just trying to take it day by day. So Baker Mayfield, 1 for 7 passing, just 20 yards on his one completion to Jarvis Landry. And that was the first pass of the game. And he just took a 10-yard sack. There's just hasn't been anything going on as far as the passing game so far for Cleveland. Nick Chubb had a rush of 34. It set a pretty good territory in the last drive for Cleveland, but then it stalled out at the Pittsburgh 36 as they went on 4-down territory. They couldn't convert on the 4th down. They turned it over on downs, and then Pittsburgh was at the 36 of Cleveland, and then they turned it over on downs in their last drive. Yeah, thanks so much, man. Yeah, a lot of good games coming up. Looks like for NFL next week, they did some flex scheduling to the game, so a lot of the games got moved around to what they were supposed to be. They put 2 games on Saturday, which I don't think anybody knew that there were games that were supposed to be on Saturday. They just had it pop up on the schedule. Nobody even knew where the games were going to be until like late Saturday night. But the Chiefs are at the Broncos. That game is on Saturday at 4:30 in the afternoon. And then the Cowboys are at the Eagles. That game is at 8:15 p.m. on Saturday night. So 2 of the games get put on Saturday night next week for NFL. Dustin Colquitt boots the football away as we start out the second quarter. Angles it towards the near sideline and gets picked up by the Browns around the 35. So once again, Pittsburgh with their offense coming out to the field. Ben Roethlisberger starting to get things going in the last drive to Deontay Johnson, but a lot of the short underneath stuff so far. We did see a couple of deep shots taking place by Roethlisberger, but missed his mark like 3-4 yards over his intended wide receivers' heads. Pittsburgh now going right to left in the field as we start out quarter number 2. Single set back formation. Roethlisberger hands it off to Harris. Shows patience as he stutter steps down the middle and glides for about a gain of 7. So great start in this first down yardage by Najee Harris, using his patience to find a gap up the middle. 2nd down and 3 coming up for Pittsburgh. Starting to get close towards midfield now at the 41-yard line of their own territory. Operating out of the pistol, Roethlisberger pump fake, slides to his right, throws in the run. That ball is complete to Ray McCloud. Past midfield, picks up the first down, and out of bounds down the right sideline. McCloud, first catch of the game, it goes good for 11. Goody, welcome back to the stream, man. Just past midfield at the 48-yard line, inside Cleveland territory. Roethlisberger, handoff. Harris bounces off a tackler, and he might have picked up 1 out of all that running there. Nothing going on as far as at the moment for Najee Harris. He bounced off 1 tackler to try to revert himself, and referees say that he got back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like on the markers pushed up a little bit. So at the 48. Pittsburgh with the football now in Cleveland territory. Roethlisberger from the gun. 2nd down and 10. Fires across the middle. Complete again to McCloud. Takes it to the 40. It's good for 8. If it stands, penalty is down. There's a flag back down. Cleveland saying it's on Pittsburgh. And this is on Cleveland. Offsides in the defense. Ifedi Odenigbo, the one who picks up the penalty. Offsides on Cleveland. So it will push up the football 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now at the 43 of Cleveland territory here for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger from the gun. Harris lines up to the left side of the backfield. Ben takes a snap. Pump fake. Fires across the middle. Underneath. Complete. Harris spin move right at the marker. Moving forward. Able to get enough to the first and lunges forward to the 35-yard line. That goes for a catch of around 7. Able to move the chains as he needed 5. Nobody yet to get into the red zone in the first quarter. Antonio Brown at the Nets game, probably supporting Kyrie. Kyrie's the Antonio Brown of basketball. And I think Kyrie's back tonight. Playing his first game of the season. Ben, a quick slant, hospital pass there, looking for McCloud. Across the middle, short, and McCloud just got absolutely decked as he had his hands in the football, and he got crushed as soon as he had a touch in the ball. MJ Stewart read it all the way in a quick slant. And just knocked down McCloud big time. 2nd down and 10 for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger, empty backfield. 2 to the left, 3 to the right for receivers. He takes the snap. Back to pass, across the middle, juggled, incomplete. Deontay Johnson in and out of his hands, and he's had a history of drops. And that one right there should have been caught. Ben might have threw that a little bit behind Johnson. That's one that's catchable. We see the replay right there. Johnson turns hands right to the football, and he just doesn't bring it right into his chest. Got to put that one right into your body for protection right there. Just uses his hands. It's 3rd and 10. Both these teams suffering quite a bit of drops so far. There were back-to-back drops on the first drive. Cleveland had quick bubble screen. The right side, Claypool breaks a tackle and then gets chopped up for about a gain of 2. So nothing going on. As a cleat got thrown, I thought so. I saw something yellow. I was premature to call that a penalty flag at first, but it was a yellow cleat that came flying down on the field, and that is Chase Claypool's. Here comes a penalty flag. This is huge. If this is Cleveland right here for doing this, that it looks like this is going to be a Cleveland penalty. On the top of the pile, number 90 of the Browns, Jadeveon Clowney just rips off the shoe of Chase Claypool and tosses it behind him down after the play was over. And that's a new set of downs right there for Pittsburgh. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Jadeveon Clowney. Automatic first down, Pittsburgh. So just the silliness right there out of Jadeveon Clowney. And it keeps the drive alive for the Steelers, and Clowney comes off the field. And obviously gets a stern talking along the sideline now. So this drive will still continue now. 15-yard penalty, moves up the football first time to the red zone at the 18-yard line. Roethlisberger from the gun. So they should have been going for 4th down. Instead, it's a new 15 first down. Handoff, pushes the pile forward. Harris takes it to the 11. Second down coming up for Pitt. Okay, so it's Wednesday there. Thanks so much for the update. Yeah, I heard he was coming back this week. Second down and 3 coming up. Roethlisberger from the gun. Handoff up the middle. Harris, as he's able to take it across the first down marker and down to the 6. Oh, yeah, he sure does, Vaughn. Pittsburgh's had 0 first-half touchdowns in the last 5 games. It's the longest drought by the Steelers since 1940. Under 11 minutes left to go before halftime. Roethlisberger single set back formation. He's got Harris in the backfield. Roethlisberger takes a snap. Quick screen over to Johnson. Looks like he breaks the play, and he does for the touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger tosses over a quick screen, or a quick slant, 5-yard touchdown catch on the quick slant to Deontay Johnson. Pittsburgh on the board first, and you can credit that one to the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty by Jadeveon Clowney. 10-play, 66-yard drive. Consisting of 4 minutes and 14 seconds, Johnson redeems himself from the drop he had earlier on the drive. The snap, the kick, and it's through the uprights and good by Boswell for Cleveland. For Pittsburgh here. So 7-0 Pitt on top over Cleveland. Deontay Johnson. He gets his catch connection with Ben Roethlisberger striking first. Deontay, 4 catches, 16 yards so far. He's got 7 targets now. He's got the most targets out of anybody. And Ben Roethlisberger hooks up with him on a quick slant 5 yards out to the end zone. Yeah, Nathan, welcome to the stream. I think this is going to be his last year for Big Ben. Wow, Raiders interested in AB once again. Could finally play a game for them. It's a gamble because it looks like they're They have basically nothing to lose because they look like they're gonna make a push towards the postseason right now. They're in the playoffs at the moment. Or they're just outside the playoffs actually. As I'm looking at this right now, yeah, they're the number 8 team at the moment. They would have to beat the Chargers next week to get in. That's a huge game. That's a Sunday Night Football game next week. It's win, you're in, basically, with Chargers against Raiders, unless the Colts lose against the Jaguars, which is like unlikely to happen, but it opens up a ton of other scenarios too that could happen. That's how Pittsburgh and Baltimore would have to get in, is by the Colts losing against the Jaguars, which opens up the door for another team. Yeah, I saw Brady with his comeback on the drive. Yeah, his whole like wide receiving core is all dinged up and didn't need Antonio Brown to come back on the drive to do it. .39 left to go in the second. Steelers up 7-0 to start things off. Pittsburgh kicks away with Boswell. This kick gets fielded at the 3, taken right side of the hashes, now makes a cut towards the left, past the 15, 20, and dragged down just shy of the 25, as that's where Baker Mayfield and the Browns will start off around their 24-yard line. It was Dearness Johnson with a 22-yard return. Roethlisberger completing 10 more passes than Mayfield so far. 11 for 18 by Big Ben. 45 passing yards, 1 touchdown pass. Basically all the passes that he's completed, short underneath stuff. Baker Mayfield, 1 for 7. His first pass was a completion, 20 yards to Jarvis Landry. He's missed his last 6 ever since. Mayfield, handoff, right side counter to Chubb. Chubb rushes for about a gain of 1 as he gets bulldozed backwards at the 25-yard line. Gilbert and Adams pushing Chubb back at the line for the Pittsburgh defense. Mayfield goes empty backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Takes a snap, back to pass, fires across the middle. That pass is batted down. Third ball that gets batted down at the line of scrimmage tonight by the Pittsburgh defensive front. Number 92, Isaiah Loudermilk, the one who's able to bat down the pass. So Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt, and Isaiah Loudermilk have all deflected a pass thrown by Baker Mayfield at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 coming up for Cleveland. Mayfield takes a snap, pressure coming, dumps it off underneath, and that ball is dropped and incomplete, intended by Dearness Johnson. And that is a 3 and out for Cleveland. 3 and out, and not even a minute went by in that drive. That's just poor football right there. Mayfield just dumps it off underneath, doesn't even take a chance downfield. TJ Watt comes in from the side, forces Mayfield out of the pocket, and he's just got no confidence. So Dustin Colquitt standing back around his own 10-yard line will boot away the football as it was coming with that punt rush up the middle, but just missed the block. Fielded at the 22. Makes a move to the right side of the hashes, past the 35 and down around the 37. It's a 15-yard punt return by Pittsburgh. So here comes out Ben Roethlisberger once again. Next drive, As we'll go to the media break first. 9:46 left to go before halftime, and Pittsburgh up 7-zip. Big Ben Hall of Famer, yes. Yeah, I'd say yes to that. He won the Super Bowl. I remember back in his early days when it was like the Steelers and the Patriots, like he was unstoppable himself when he came in at first, and that continued for a long time. That they had so much talent when they went through like the mid to 2010s. They had Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, and AB was on the team too. So much talent on that team. But even before those two, I remember it was the Patriots and the Steelers at the top, along with the Colts, back in the 2000s. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for joining in tonight, being a part here in the stream. And just nothing going on whatsoever for the Cleveland passing attack, and this is not a good sign for Cleveland. They don't have anything to play for either way. But if they go down 14-0 on this drive, nothing's going on with a passing game. Starts out with a quarterback, and none of these passes have been on target, haven't even been able to get it past the line of scrimmage. 3 of those passes have been bat down so far. Am I going to do a bowl game tomorrow? I'm thinking about college basketball. Yeah, so Vaughn stayed home all last week for all bowl games. 14 hours straight of bowl games. Yeah, I'm probably going to do basketball if I'm feeling well tomorrow. I've been taking it day by day, basically, for me. So we get back to action. 1st and 10, 9:46 left to go in the second. Pittsburgh with the football at their own 37-yard line. Roethlisberger, play action, dump off underneath, complete to his tight end, and drag back at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the reception, as it is Zach Gentry who had the catch. Total time of possession, just complete mismatch. Over 15 minutes now for Pittsburgh, just 5 minutes and 43 seconds for Cleveland tonight. It's resulted in a double of plays, basically, at this point of the game. This will be play number 32 of the game by Pittsburgh. Just 16 plays total by Cleveland tonight. And the last drive lasted under a minute. 2nd and 10, 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Roethlisberger, play action, lost the football. It's on the ground, and he's able to cover it up. Big Ben lucky to fall on top of that one. The pressure was coming. Jadeveon Clowney and Sheldon Day on the defensive front. Clowney, the one who brought the pressure, stripped the ball loose from the hands of Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger able to fall on it, and Day was right next to him. Day was a half step behind from getting the defensive fumble recovery. Roethlisberger takes a snap. 3rd and 16 now. Check down underneath, complete to Harris. Tries to turn upfield past the 35-40 and tackled on the tacklers. He still continues. Will he get there to the first down? Lost the football. It's on the ground, and it is recovered by Pittsburgh at the first down marker, the 47-yard line. We're going to see if forward progress was stopped here, but Najee Harris looked like he was on top of a Cleveland Browns defender. Did any of his body here touch the ground? I don't think so. That right shoulder appeared not to touch the ground. His knee was on top of the other player tackling him. Number 36, MJ Stewart. That's Stewart. And Harris gets up after he's on top of the body of Stewart, but the referees will have said that this will be 4th and 3. So forward progress marked down Harris on the 4th and 3. Punting situation for Pittsburgh as they boot this one away. Return at the 15, past the 20 and down around the 21 on the punt by Harvin. Or it's Waltman now, who's the punter. It used to be Presley Harvin. Penalty flags down. Going to take a look at the penalty. 7:09 left to go in the second. And this is on the punting team. That's on the Steelers. So pushes up the football for Pittsburgh and for Cleveland coming up on this drive. We'll see if the Browns can get anything going on the field offensively. 7:09 left to go remaining before halftime, and Cleveland's just 53 total yards as a team, and 20 of those yards were on the first play of the game. Just 2 first downs total by Cleveland, 9 by Pittsburgh. As we take a timeout, we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, if you guys are doing the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for watching tonight, being a part here on the channel. And hit me up in the chat who you got as well in this game. And also make sure to vote if you like to as well. What's good? Travis in the stream. Welcome in, man. Appreciate it here for joining my stream. Oh, yeah. Jaw's incredible, man. Tyler taking the Browns. Welcome back in here. Both these teams having a hard time moving the football. Difference maker in this game was a 15-yard penalty on sportsmanlike conduct by Jadeveon Clowney, tossing the shoe down to Chase Claypool on the 3rd down stop for the Cleveland defense and moved the football 15 yards, put the ball into the red zone first time of the game for Pittsburgh, and they capitalized. Later in the drive, 5-yard touchdown pass. It went from Ben Roethlisberger to Deontay Johnson, and that's the difference maker so far in the game. Cleveland's can't get anything going offensively, especially with a passing game. Nothing going on, and it all starts with the quarterback play. Baker Mayfield 1 for 9 passing, 20 passing yards through the air, and he has had 3 passes deflected at the line of scrimmage. Nathan, welcome to the stream, man. Taking the Steelers. Bill, welcome in. Wow, that's a shocker. Thanks so much for the update. Yeah, I saw that score earlier. I saw that Wisconsin was up at halftime. That's a huge shocker. So Wisconsin barely beat Illinois State last week. 1st and 10. Cleveland has the football at the 26-yard line. Mayfield, play action, rolls out to his left, fires down the left sideline, and this ball is intercepted by Pittsburgh. Akello Witherspoon jumps the route, intercepts it. 1 play, 1 turnover by Baker Mayfield, and 1 for 10 passing today. An absolutely rough game and just a ball that never should have been thrown. Usually when you get flushed out of the pocket on a bootleg, it's towards your right. It's a play designed towards the left. and it's intended for Donovan Peoples-Jones, and he never had the chance. He was behind his defensive back and just sees it all the way down the far sideline, and Witherspoon picks it off. John in the stream, welcome in. Taking the Browns. Gavin, welcome back in, man. Hope all is going well. Yeah, things going pretty good. Hanging in there. Glad to have you back, man. Hope all is doing pretty well there, man. Jamie, thanks so much for the update. Wow, Coos having a huge night. 36-14-6. First and 10, Cleveland. They take over around the 43 of Cleveland territory now. Pittsburgh has the ball. Roethlisberger goes for the deep home run ball and overthrows Claypool at the 5. It's incomplete. What happens if Ravens beat Steelers on Sunday? They would need a couple things to go their way to make the playoffs. Yeah, the Ravens would need a lot of stuff to happen, and that means faith in the Jaguars. The Jaguars would have to beat the Colts, and then the Raiders would have to beat the Chargers. So those two things have to happen as well. So whoever, for the Steelers or the Ravens to get in, both of them have to wish for a victory by the Jaguars out of all likelihood. Hand off to Harris, and he keeps on rumbling forward, picks up around 15 as he takes it to the 30-yard line. Yeah, I was looking at some of the playoff scenarios before I started out. I was playing with the playoff simulator, and it doesn't look too likely. It is possible for both Pittsburgh and Baltimore to make it in, but they're going to need the Jaguars to win on Sunday. Quick pass, left side, complete to Deontay Johnson. Gain of 3 and a catch to around the 27. Wow, Grizzlies killing the Nets tonight. What's good? Welcome in. As we welcome in my girlfriend into the stream. Hope all is going well. She likes the pillow I got. The new red pillow in the back right there, that's one that she actually sewed. Yeah, I wasn't sure because it is quite far behind that, like, if you could tell the letters from there. But it says on the pillow, it says, "This guy's good" on the pillow. Which is a saying that my girlfriend came up with. 2nd and 9 coming up, 5.5 remaining. Roethlisberger takes a snap, pump fake, looks left, steps up to his left, fires, and that ball is complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. Makes a move down the left sideline. It's good for the first down catch, able to turn upfield and get extra yardage. Needed 9, caught the ball for 5, and then made around 6 more yards after the catch. They're striking once again in Browns territory. 11 first downs in this game for Pittsburgh, only 2 in the game by Cleveland. Will the Raiders make the playoffs? It's 50-50. It's all, if they beat the Chargers, they will. Unless the Jaguars beat the Colts, then both the Raiders and the Chargers, I believe, will make it in unless... Yeah, Pittsburgh would have to win out, too, in order for that to happen. So there's a lot still going on. The Raiders would have to beat the Chargers. Which that game is at... That's at Las Vegas. And if Las Vegas wins that game, they move up to a 6 seed. If they win that game, say even if the Colts beat the Jags, because the Raiders have the head-to-head yesterday over the Colts. Pass is deflected, incomplete. The football's at the 13-yard line of Cleveland. Hey, there we go. So Vegas can see the pillow from there. Awesome, man. Wow, so if the Jags beat the Colts, yeah, Raiders and Chargers would have to end in a tie. That's crazy to both get in. So that's another scenario. 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Roethlisberger on third down today. Perfect 5 for 5, 27 passing yards. Pump fake. Fires across the middle. It is McLeod. He soars upstairs. Catches the football at the 5-yard line. And it is good for a first down catch. Ball now at the 5 of Cleveland territory. First and goal, Pitt. Oh yeah, he does. He loves. He invests all his money in the Jets. He likes the Knicks too, but lately he started to put his money more in the Pistons lately for him. Pass to the left side of the end zone. It's incomplete. Roethlisberger again looking for McLeod. We'll see if Deontay Johnson can get a target here in the end zone. He got the first touchdown catch. Quick slant of 5 yards. And they're at the 5-yard line right now. Brandon, I don't know anymore. Welcome back to the stream, guys. 3:15 left to go. Pittsburgh looking to go up by 2 touchdowns with a ball. Second down and goal for the Steelers. Yeah, he's an outrageous dude. He would bet like 50 grand on the Jets. That dude that my girlfriend's pointing out. Roethlisberger takes a snap, pump fake, fires across the middle, and that ball is too high. It was between McLeod and another receiver at the bottom part of the end zone, and he was looking to go over to the top to the back of the end zone. And an injured player for the Browns is down as well. Number 22, Grant Delpit. Delpit is down, and he is holding his knee, rolling down in the grass right now. That was on the crossing route intended for Claypool. The ball was thrown. There were 2 crossers. From right to left, it was McLeod, and from left to right across the field went Claypool. Yeah, I'm sure he's proud of Antonio Brown from yesterday too. I don't know if you saw the video, but I'll send it over to you. And we're on the timeout as well. So we're going to take an injury timeout here. 3:15 left to go before halftime. Pittsburgh has the football at the 5-yard line. Yeah, me and my girlfriend know someone that his favorite athlete is Antonio Brown. He also likes Kyrie. He likes Adrian Peterson too. He likes quite a variation of athletes. So right now we go to the timeout. Coming up here will be the Steelers on a 3rd down with 3:15 left to go. It's going to be a 3rd and goal. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for being a part here tonight on the channel. Special live stream Monday Night Football of what most likely looks like Ben Roethlisberger's last game played as a Steeler, and for his NFL last home game for Ben Roethlisberger at Heinz Field. Bahamas in the stream. Welcome in. Yep, I know all about that there. What Bahamas puts out. Hey, thanks so much, Felix. Appreciate it. It's been a great season for Providence, up to number 16 now. Yeah, Providence and Kentucky got tied up at the ranking spot, both tied with the same votes at 16. Brandon, welcome back in, man. Do you think the Packers will go to the Super Bowl? They've been playing lights out lately. In my opinion, I'm not gonna bet against Tom Brady, so I'm still gonna go with the Bucs, even though they're undermanned at this point. 3rd down and goal. Roethlisberger takes a snap, pump fake. He keeps on stepping back, launches to the goal line, incomplete. Underthrows Pat Freiermuth, and it's gonna be a field goal situation. Oh, that Santa, he got put away for the stream. Everybody seemed to enjoy that Santa, though, for all the other streams. But he came out last on New Year's. He's not here today. He has to go up in the closet once again. Field goal attempt at 22 yards, straight through the upright by Boswell. And the Steelers extend the lead. They're up 10-0. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. And just nothing offensively whatsoever in this game for Baker Mayfield in the Browns. What's good? Vaughn's back in. Welcome in, man. Hassan on the stream. Welcome in. I think we're all set with that. Wow. So yeah, I don't know anymore. Puts that Tua might be his last game as a Dolphin. They were on a run before that. I know that they had played teams that were struggling, that they had gone on that win streak and they beat. I think Tennessee is a really good team. They got a lot of power and size up front for Tennessee. I wouldn't be shocked, honestly, to see Tennessee in the AFC Championship game. A lot of people keep on betting Tennessee, but they could get Derrick Henry back for the playoffs. Kickoff returned to the 2-yard line. Dearness Johnson passed the 15 to the 20, tackled at the 21-yard line as he gets stood up. And that's where Baker Mayfield will take over deep in his own territory at his own 21. Yep, that's the Santa Claus that my girlfriend has made up. He's an interesting man. And he likes different types of people. Like the one she refers to as bye-bye. First and 10 coming up at the 21 for Baker Mayfield. He takes the snap from the gun, hands it out right side to Dearness Johnson, and carries for minimal yardage out of bounds. About to gain a 2 in the rush. For me, I'm looking for Chubb to be able to get some more touches in the second half and start to go off, because I've got Chubb on my fantasy team, and he had one big carry for 32. But other than that, he's only got 4 carries in this game. They've had to stray away from the rushes since they've been down, and they haven't been able to get anything offensively. They've gone to mostly pass plays so far. 10 attempts for passing plays, and Baker only completed 1. Play action, Baker towards his right. He's being flushed out of the pocket by Hayward and throws it out of bounds. 1 for 11 in the air by Baker Mayfield. Raiders Saints Super Bowl. That'll be funny. Yep, my girlfriend thinks Baker Mayfield is funny. Yeah, he was quite an interesting man in college there with that highlight play I showed you that he did. It was against Kansas when he did that, and I know a lot of NFL draft scouts at the time probably didn't like that what he did. 3rd and 8. Mayfield takes the snap back to pass, steps up from the gun, and he does a spin move, flushed out towards his left, and that pass is complete over to Landry. First down, catch of 9. And it will move the chains as we got a 2-minute warning. That's only the third down. That's only the third first down conversion tonight for Cleveland. LSU's got a bowl game tomorrow night. I actually didn't know that because I've been paying attention a lot more to college basketball. I heard about that a Raiders player got a DUI. Yikes. 2-minute warning. 12-3 in favor of the Steelers with first downs. Anything is possible. Yeah, the Saints can still make it in. The 49ers haven't clinched their spot just yet. So, Raiders cornerback Nate Hobbs arrested early this morning. Misdemeanor charge of DUI after returning home from yesterday's game. Yeah, Tennessee, Green Bay. A lot of people keep on counting out Tennessee, but they keep on winning no matter what, even without Derrick Henry. They could have won that game against the Patriots. It was a couple mistakes that score didn't indicate at all what type of game that was. It was just those fumbles gave away the game for Tennessee. Let's see. So the Rams beat the Niners. Say if this happens, and then the Saints win over the Falcons. The Saints would be in the number 7 seed in the playoffs. And that would set up a Saints-Rams 7-2 pending, let's see, for Green Bay. Okay, so even if Green Bay loses against Detroit, Green Bay is the number 1 either way. Okay, so the Saints would have to get in if the Saints need to win against Atlanta, and then they would need the Niners to lose on the road at the Rams. And both of them are playing road games. Niners are at the Rams, and then the Saints are at the Falcons. So we get back to action. 2nd down and 7. Mayfield pass for Rashad Higgins. Deflected. It's incomplete. Yeah, Rams Chargers right there for the LA fan base. I wonder how well attended that would be for the Rams Chargers, especially with everything going on and with everything, especially in the state of California. 1:40 left to go before halftime. Mayfield, 3rd and 7, takes the snap. This play gets blown dead with a penalty flag down. Steelers defense pointing in the Browns' direction. It's on Cleveland. False start in the offensive line. And that is the call. 5-yard penalty. False start by Cleveland. Replay the down. It's on James Hudson III. Yep, I remember Joe Burrow in that 2019 team. Thaddeus Moss was on that team. Third and 11. Mayfield takes a snap, steps up, and he fires, and that ball across the middle is complete. Donovan Peoples-Jones, past midfield, catches it at the 48. It's a first down, Cleveland. Wick, welcome to the stream, man. Quick rush to Dearness Johnson, and he goes nowhere. Right back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. 1 minute left to play before halftime. Cleveland looking to get on the board here before half. 2nd down and long. They have 3 timeouts if they like to use them. That would help out a lot for Cleveland. Pass right side complete. Gets out of bounds as Landry. Catch of 7. It's going to be a 3rd and short. And the clock stops with 49 seconds before half. Yeah, I saw that from yesterday. Jamar Chase just going off. Man, Joe Burrow's on a whole nother level lately. Third down and 2. Mayfield from the gun takes a snap, pump fake as he steps up and he gets sacked. Couldn't get the football out of his hands, gets dropped back down low. It is TJ Watt who picks up the sack, and now he is the NFL sack leader with 18.5. Watt just sacks down low Baker Mayfield as Mayfield saw the pocket collapse. You have to get that football out of your hands. Forces a timeout to be burned by Cleveland. 43 seconds left to play before halftime. Poor decision. It's going to be a timeout taken by Pittsburgh. They want the football back. So Cleveland had all 3 timeouts as well. Pittsburgh, the one who had all 3, and they just burned one. So now the Steelers with 2 timeouts. Steelers burn a timeout. And that's actually his second tonight. So the one before that he got as well. So he's the sack leader this season with 19.5, that is. Browns punted away just before midfield. This ball gets returned to the 7. Past the 10, 15 spin move McLeod, and he still stays upright as he looked like he was down for a moment, though not contacted on the grass, and he finally gets down around the 18. Gain of 11 on the return. And they'll use the about 40 seconds left to go before half. Chargers, Raiders, whoever wins, most likely going to make it into the playoffs. Barring like a miracle type of game that if the Jaguars beat the Colts. Travis, thanks so much for the dono, man. Really appreciate it. Let's get that dono hype in the chat for Travis. Puts out Tom Brady game Microsoft. One of the most epic promos of all time when TB12 decides to take a moment to smash you. You have arrived. Yup, I remember that the tablet that he crushed down. 34 seconds left to go. Delayed handoff to Harris, and he picks up about 2. And that should take us into halftime. Last 5 games, the Steelers were trailing by negative 88 in the first half, as the Browns have taken a timeout. Tonight, they're up by 10 with 26 seconds before half. Cleveland will take a timeout here. Pittsburgh just wants to go into halftime up by 10. If you're Cleveland, what are you doing stopping the clock? Pittsburgh was just going to run out the clock and you go into halftime. Cleveland hasn't been able to move the football effectively before half. You're risking yourself with your offense like a turnover and putting Pittsburgh in better field territory. Quick screen to Johnson. He runs out of bounds. That's good for a catch of 3. Brings up a 3rd down and 5. 22 seconds left to go and the clock stops again. Cleveland's going to want the football back around like 15 seconds left to play. If they force an incomplete pass here, or if Pittsburgh rushes for it, it makes 0 sense. Because with the offense of Cleveland, you're not going to go down the field within like 15 seconds or less and score a touchdown. 3rd down and 7. Roethlisberger from the gun. Harris to the right. This will be a passing play. Quick pass, out route, left side, complete. Freiermuth past the 30, chopped up. Out of bounds is the 1st down. Gets out of bounds with 17 seconds. You stop the clock. Guess what? We'll pass on you, and there's a penalty flag, too. This might be a late hit out of bounds by Cleveland. We'll check the penalty call. And it is 15-yard penalty attached to it. Grant Delpit, who is injured on the last drive defensively of Cleveland, late hit tackling Pat Fryermuth down low as he is already well out of bounds towards the sideline. Tack on 15 to that, and now Pittsburgh is close to midfield, and then closing in. They're around 10 to 12 yards prior to the start of field goal range for Chris Boswell. Has this drive completely turned. 2 timeouts remaining as well for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger from the gun. Ball spot the 45-yard line. Roethlisberger fires short left side complete to Fryermuth, and he gets around 4 on the catch to the 49. 12 seconds left to go. Ball spotted just shy of midfield. If you're the Cleveland Browns, that is a terrible timeout you took with 26 seconds remaining. Pittsburgh was just getting complacent, running a quick draw up the middle, wanted to take it up by 10 going into halftime, knowing Pittsburgh struggles in the first half this season, and Cleveland stops the clock with a timeout. And Pittsburgh says, you know what, we'll pass on you, and then we'll add the penalty to it. 2 poor penalties have allowed Pittsburgh to be able to get now into a scoring range. Roethlisberger airs out a deep ball down the right sideline, deflected, looking for Johnson. It's incomplete. Could have had the interception. Was A.J. Green soaring up top. Nice deflection by Green. He just goes upstairs, lets it go off his fingertips out of bounds. 7 seconds left to play before halftime. 3rd and 6. Pittsburgh still with timeouts. Chance to get a quick screen across the middle and stop the clock. Possibly, or a quick out towards the sideline. All depends on Boswell's preference. He probably want to go something across the middle, as Cleveland's playing some soft prevent coverage, and Cleveland will take a defensive timeout. Cleveland's playing prevents. If you're Pittsburgh in this next play, just go a quick slant across the middle, get down. And if Cleveland touches you as you get down when you give yourself up, then if there's time on the clock, which there probably will be, knowing what Cleveland has done in this game with a couple of penalties that have allowed Pittsburgh to open up this game. Jadeveon Clowney tossing off the shoe of Chase Claypool, 15-yard and sportsmanlike conduct penalty. And then the late hit out of bounds. Wouldn't shock me if a Cleveland player touches a wide receiver as he is across the middle of the field, giving himself up, instead of letting that clock tick down to 0. 7 seconds left to go. Roethlisberger takes a snap. He steps up in the pocket. Ben on the run, fires across the middle, and that ball is intercepted. It will go to Cleveland. Time runs off the clock and tackled down as the pick is intercepted by A.J. Green, who just made the pass deflection, defending Deontay Johnson. And the Browns will receive the second half kickoff. So that drive stalls out for Pittsburgh. Looking for Chase Claypool, a no-no by Ben Roethlisberger, flushed out to his right, throws across his body, intended for Chase Claypool, and Green intercepts it for Cleveland. And we go into halftime, and the Browns will have the football to start things out in the second half. Isaiah's welcome to the stream, man. Hope all is going well. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Appreciate all for joining in today. Right now, we're just at halftime, and another low-scoring affair between these two teams. First game back on Halloween ended up being a 15-10 victory by Pittsburgh, and today 10-0 Pitt up at the half. Yep, that is A.J. Green who got the interception. Not the A.J. Green of the Cardinals, the former Bengal. It's like Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Bills, or there's another Josh Allen who plays for the Jaguars. Yeah, Vaughn's got 4 players that went to LSU on this fantasy football team. Definitely so, Vegas. Just disappointing once again for the Browns. All this talent every single year when you think that this team will be good. And the only season that they had was last year. That they were able to win a playoff game last year, and in a season that was filled with games being moved constantly and games being played on Tuesday nights and games moved from Sunday to Monday during the week. The Browns were able to get in last year on a type of season that was unprecedented. But this season, just another struggle. Baker Mayfield, 4 for 15 passing with an interception. 2 sacks he has taken. They need to figure things out at the quarterback position this offseason. Frank on the stream, welcome in. Yeah, that's right. There were 2 Trey Flowers players as well. Got some good games this weekend. The Chiefs are at the Broncos. That should be Kansas City that they take it. That's the first game, 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. The Cowboys at the Eagles, which that game is meaning. Dallas has not looked themselves lately besides that big beatdown on Sunday Night Football last Sunday against Washington. Washington was out with numerous players. And then Dallas lost to Arizona yesterday. They haven't really been able to look themselves lately. Second part of the season for them. They're the most penalized team in the NFL. Bengals, Browns. Do some of this playoff simulator stuff. So, Kansas City, say if they win against Denver, they move back up to the 1 at the moment. Tennessee, that should be a W against Houston. Tennessee would take over the 1. So, Tennessee, if they beat Houston, they will be the 1 seed. Let's see here. A game of no meaning, Washington, New York. We'll just say the Saints will beat the Falcons. Bengals will beat Cleveland. Green Bay should be able to beat the Lions. Green Bay has already got home field. So they get the first round bye for Green Bay. Even with the Rams are the 2 seed. Bucks over the Panthers. That's a toss-up. Whoever wins gets in between the Raiders and the Chargers. Win and you're in. That's the Sunday Night Football game. Pringle, welcome to the stream, man. Vikings have been eliminated. They play the Bears. Cardinals against Seahawks. We'll say if the Patriots do beat the Dolphins and the Bills beat the Jets. I'm just trying to do some scenarios here. Let's see if I came up with these scenarios. I'm going to see if anything changes when I mess around with scenarios right now since we're at halftime. The Eagles and the Cowboys, so that wouldn't mess around with scenarios. Eagles are the 6. Anyway, say if the Niners beat the Rams. Okay. So if the Niners beat the Rams, the Niners will be the 6th seed. And even if the Eagles beat the Cowboys, the Niners would still be ahead of the Eagles at 7. going to shift over to the AFC because the Patriots have a varying. I know the Patriots have like a varying seeding line or so. Starts out if Denver beats Kansas City, which that is extremely unlikely. Patriots would have to win first of all, and then they would need Houston to beat Tennessee. Cincinnati can get up to the 1 seed. Say if Denver beats Kansas City, and then Houston beats Tennessee, and then Cincinnati would have to beat Cleveland. Yeah, we don't know, but I'm doing different scenarios here. Tennessee would move up to the 1. So Tennessee would just win to move up to the 1. They can also get there even if Tennessee loses, they can get there with a Chiefs and Bengals loss. Tennessee can get there to the 1. Trying to figure out how the Patriots can. They probably need a Buffalo loss against the Jets. Yeah. Okay, so the Patriots. So if the Patriots beat the Dolphins, the Patriots can get up to the 1. If all these things happen, which probably not going to happen, the Chiefs lose against the Broncos, the Bengals lose against the Browns, the Titans lose against the Texans. That one's extremely not likely to happen. And then this one's not even going to happen. If it does, I don't know how. The Bills lose at home against the Jets. So the Patriots would need all the teams out in front of them to lose in order to get the number 1 seed. That's a crazy scenario. It will never happen. If that does happen, the Bills would fall all the way to the 6th seed if that happens. If the Bills lose against the Jets, that's how crazy it is. And that's between an extra week of football and playing on the road at Arrowhead in the first round. Say if the Bills do lose against the Jets and all the other teams lose out in front of the Patriots, Buffalo would be at Kansas City in the wild card round, and the Patriots would have the bye. And that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, that's how the outcome would have to be. All teams ahead of the Patriots, and the Patriots need to win themselves. I'm just going to experiment here. What happens if all those teams down in front lose? Tennessee would still be, they'd be 11-6, so all those teams would be 11-6 instead of 12-5 for that grouping. And then Chargers, Raiders. There's still a chance the Raiders can get up to a 5 seed. So if the Raiders win on Sunday night, they would need everybody else to lose to get to a 5 seed, which that's extremely unlikely. The Patriots would be a 7. The Patriots could still have a 7 seed, which is unlikely too. If the Patriots lose, and then if the Raiders beat the Chargers, and then I'm trying to see if anything else. Cincinnati, okay, so Cincinnati could win, and that wouldn't reflect the Patriots. The Bills doesn't have any reflection on that. Tennessee, nope. So the Patriots could still be a number 7 seed. You honestly don't know with history on the road at Miami. If the Patriots lose that game at Miami, the Colts win, and the Raiders win. The Raiders will be at 5th. The Colts will be 6th, and the Patriots will be 7th, and the Chargers wouldn't even make the playoffs. So whoever wins that Sunday night game, Chargers-Raiders, gets into the playoffs, and whoever loses is out, unless the Colts lose at the Jags. So there's so many scenarios that's being like put into the spot right now. Currently, as we go into Week 18, this is what the playoff matchups look like at the moment. Tennessee is the 1 seed. They get the bye in the AFC. The 7 versus 2, the Chargers will play at Arrowhead against Kansas City if that happens. Right now, that's the 7 versus 2 game. And the Chargers would have to win in order to even get into the playoffs. And they'd have to do it on the road at Las Vegas on Sunday night. The Colts are at the Bengals. That's the matchup currently. And then the Patriots are at Buffalo, which we all know what happened last time at Buffalo. Historic storm came through, around 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and Mac Jones only threw 3 passes. Out in the NFC, Green Bay, the number 1 seed. They got home field. The Eagles are on the road at the Rams. The 49ers aren't even a lock yet for the playoffs. The Saints, if the Saints win and the 49ers lose, the Saints will move up and take the spot of the 49ers. And that means the Saints would be the number 7 seed and the Eagles will move up to the 6. But as of now, it's the Niners at Tampa Bay. And then the Cardinals at Dallas once again. Which the Cardinals just beat Dallas yesterday on the road at Dallas. And the Cardinals are a good team on the road. They haven't been great at all at home this season, but they've been a better team on the road. And I think they're dangerous in the wild card round, especially if they're a 5 or especially if they're a 5 seed on the road. Been a much better team on the road than they've been at home. And they're probably going to have to do that multiple times. Cram, welcome back to the stream. Getting ready for third quarter action. Chris Boswell will boot off the football for Pittsburgh as we get rolling here to start out quarter number 3 of football action. Short kick fielded at the 6. Dearness Johnson past the 15-20, right side of the hashes, 25-30, and he gets knocked down around the 34-yard line. Good return. Starts things out with a 29-yard kickoff return. Yeah, me too there, Vegas. Gronk just didn't have the angle. I can't believe it's been over 3 years since that. All I remember from that, Gronkowski didn't have the angle, and he whiffed. A big whiff by Gronk. Nick Chubb needs to get a ton more touches. He has last seen a snap with 7 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Chubb finally back onto the field. They go into ace formation. Mayfield takes a snap, handoff right side of Chubb. Chubb, as he will work his way to around the 37-yard line. That's good for about a pick up a 3. That's only his 5th carry of the game. Talk about the game script not being in your favor. Cleveland attempting 15 passes to just 10 rushes. 5 carries for 38 yards now by Nick Chubb. He had a long of 32. Hey, Joseph, welcome back to the stream, man. Hey, there we go. Looks like you talking to somebody out in Cincinnati for Goody. 2nd down and 7. Ace formation, Mayfield. He takes the snap, handoff Chubb. Rushes right side of the hashes as it will take him to about the 41, maybe 42-yard line. And it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 2. So Chubb 8 yards in this drive so far. It's a 3rd and short coming up for the Cleveland offense. Struggling in this game when it comes to 3rd down, just 2 for 7. 3rd down and 3. Mayfield from the gun. He takes the snap. Back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Mayfield gets sacked. Drop back at the 41-yard line. Cameron Hayward coming up with half a sack right there as the sandwich evolves and takes down Baker Mayfield once again as he takes his 3rd sack of the game. Bradley, welcome in, man. No problem. I'm hanging in there. I was actually at home in quarantine today. My family all works in the school district, and they got their at-home testing kits yesterday, and I was helping them out, and found out that one of my family members had a positive test on there. So I've been in quarantine right now, unfortunately. I got a test earlier today, just waiting back results. And this is a punt to Ray McLeod past the 20 and down around the 22. And that's where the Steelers will start things off. Yeah, it was a wild day for me. I was traveling all around. I had to wait like 2 hours in line. I went to the site first because the first time... The first time I went down there, I found out you could only do it by appointment, so I drove a half an hour to get there because all the other sites in my area were booked up until like the 15th of January. It's crazy. All the other sites were booked up well into the double digits of January, and we're in the third. And then I went back home and I kept on refreshing the screen for about like an hour or so, and I finally got one. And it said the appointment time was 12:55. I got there at 12:40. Didn't get back home until like around like 2:30. Hey, thanks so much. Yeah, I feel fine. And my mom's the one, because we were shocked because my dad wasn't feeling well last week. He passed out last week, and he was having like sweats and chills, and My dad's test came back negative, but my mom's was the one that came back positive, and we were shocked because she's been feeling fine, and I've been feeling fine too. Yeah, Vegas wants all the scenarios to happen. Yep. Yeah, all the teams losing out in front of the Patriots, which that's gonna be a tough one to get. Kansas City losing at Denver. The Bengals losing at the Browns. Tennessee losing at Houston. And then Buffalo losing at home to the Jets. That's the least likely scenario. The other three are on the road, though. And also the Patriots are at Miami. So that's a harder one than, say, Kansas City at Denver, especially with a variation of those two teams. Kansas City coming off a loss. Just can't picture them losing twice in a row. Hey, thanks so much, Randy. Really appreciate it, man. First and 10 coming up. 12.5 left to go in the third. Steelers offense onto the field first time in the third quarter. Roethlisberger pump fakes to his left on a fake toss to Harris. Fires over the head of Johnson, incomplete. Down the right sideline, brings up a 2nd and 10. Just misses his mark in the pass to Deontay Johnson. Johnson, so far, 6 receptions, 18 yards. Had the lone touchdown catch on a 5-yard quick slant. Oh, yeah, I'm going to make sure to post this. Thanks so much, all, for who voted in the poll tonight, as the Steelers took the poll around 63-36. The home of the Immaculate Reception, as we are at it right here, Heinz Field, as it salutes John Madden. Here's a big handoff down the left sideline, 35-40, stiff arm 45, and tackle down on the far side out of bounds, just past midfield at around the 49-yard line of Browns territory. That is Najee Harris, who goes for a good burst of speed. It's around a 27-yard carry. One-on-one down the outside. It is MJ Stewart who should have been able to wrap up Najee Harris. Harris just stiff arms him down. Ferocious stiff arm as Harris was turned around right behind him. Just stay down, young man. And Harris just runs right over him down the far sideline. The Steelers controlling this whole game today. 15 first downs to just 4 by Cleveland. basically almost doubling the plays. 51 now by Pittsburgh to 29 by Cleveland. Total time of possessions more than double. 21 minutes for Pittsburgh, just 10 minutes and 40 seconds for Cleveland. Eddie in the stream, welcome in from Cayman Islands. First and 10 coming up for Pittsburgh. They go in a tight bunch formation. Roethlisberger. Handoff. Harris tries to go towards the left side, but he gets taken down. Loss of 2 back in midfield. Defense comes in swarming. Number 22, Grant Delpit, the one who picks up the tackle. As we are under 12 minutes left to go in the third. Second down and long for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger takes a snap out of gun, passes, far sideline complete. 7th catch of the game now for Deontay Johnson. It's a short one, though, underneath about a catch of 4. And it brings up around a 3rd and 7. Roethlisberger taking a shot down the field, and this ball is broken up, almost intercepted down the far right sideline by Cleveland. There's a penalty flag down, though, and it is on the defense. Offsides, free play by Pittsburgh. Jadeveon Clowney was offsides. Yep, he jumped across, and that led to the free play by Ben. 10:50 left to go in the third. Free play, and these penalties just hurting Cleveland today. Jadeveon Clowney, 2 penalties for him. One of them cost them the touchdown that they allowed. It was on a 3rd down stop. It was unnecessary. Drew off the shoe of Chase Claypool, added on 15 yards back in the first half. 3rd down and 3. Roethlisberger takes a snap at the 41. Passes complete, far sideline. Deontay Johnson, first down grab. Moves the chains again for Pittsburgh. Gets out of bounds with around 10:45 in the third. First and 10. Handoff up the middle, Harris. Harris at the 30. Breaks a tackle down around the 26. Might not go to UCLA Vaughn's hearing. For Caleb Williams, it looks like. Under 10 minutes left to go in the third. Pittsburgh keep on chunking out yards in this drive. Ball at the 26-yard line of Cleveland territory. Roethlisberger from the gun. He takes the snap. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Steps up. Fires across the middle. Complete to Ray McLeod. Crosser inside the 20, out of bounds. Around the 15-yard line. And it brings up a first down. Catch good for 11. Nice job to get the ball out of his hands quickly as the pressure was coming from behind by Cleveland's defense, with Myles Garrett about a half step from behind from possibly sacking Big Ben or forcing a strip, and he gets the ball out of his hands. Right place, right time to Ray McLeod underneath, and the crosser turns upfield, good for 11. 23 of 38 tonight by Ben Roethlisberger. Everything is underneath, only 123 passing yards. Pass incomplete for Deontay Johnson as he took a shot. He got lit up underneath. He's only averaging around 3 yards per pass tonight for Big Ben. 40 pass attempts he's up to now. And we're not even halfway through the third quarter, and he's thrown 40 pass attempts. This is last game at Heinz. Might as well go out with a bang. Ben fires right side, overshoots McLeod, incomplete. So the Browns defense hasn't been able to stop anything underneath tonight. That's where Pittsburgh's been taking it underneath. And Ben hasn't had like the greatest completion percentage tonight, though. It's 23 of 40 passing. Harris has rushed for over 100. 16 carries, 105 now on the ground. Deontay Johnson's got 10. He's got 14 targets. He's got 8 catches for only 31. Roethlisberger takes a snap underneath, check down. The Freiermuth is tight end, bulldozes over a man inside the 15, down around the 12, out of bounds. Catch good for 2, and it will bring up a field goal situation. Chris Boswell will come on and attempt a field goal around a 32-yarder from the left hash. First one he made, chip shot from 22. Snap the hold. The kick is through the upright. Squeaks through the right of the uprights. It is good by Boswell and puts the Steelers up 13-0. Monday Night Football. Last game. Looks like potentially, most likely, for a Big Ben. Always great when you go off with a W. And it's trending that way right now. It's 13-0. If you guys are doing the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for joining in once again tonight. Cleveland just can't get anything done. Disappointing. They only have total 97 yards of total offense. Only 4 first downs to 17 by Pittsburgh. Just the total time of possession has been lopsided. 26 minutes by the Steelers to 10 minutes and 40 seconds by Cleveland. Yeah, they got to start making use of Chubb in this game. We haven't seen any impact out of Chubb. He's only... There was one point that he hadn't seen a snap in like... I think he hadn't seen a snap in like 8 straight minutes. That he just never came on the field for a snap. He's only got 6 carries for 42 yards. And your whole team relies on the rushing game. And this is not a good sign here that Cleveland's down 13-0. It requires more passing with the game script out of Baker Mayfield, and you're not going to get that. Yeah, there's been some bad games. The Cowboys-Washington game last week. The last Monday night with Ian Book starting quarterback for the Saints in the last game against the Dolphins. It's too bad with the whole thing of players being put in the protocol. That's why so many players missing out on games. It's terrible for the fans that bought tickets to see their superstar players in action, and then you realize that you don't even have like some of the big names in action playing these games. As here's a return by Dearness Johnson, past the 15-20, right side of the hashes. He goes to the 25. He returns it. Yep. Yeah, I think he's severely overrated. Vaughn hopes that Clemson keeps DJ as the quarterback because he is not good. Yeah, this guy's not good. .8:15 left to go in the third. Just 4 for 15. 4 of those passes batted down at the line of scrimmage tonight by Baker Mayfield. And he needs to start getting something going on. This will be a pass. Empty backfield, 5 wide to start out this drive at the 25. Mayfield takes a snap, fires. As that ball underneath is complete. Catch of 7 goes to Jarvis Landry to the 32. Wow, Pistons about to beat the Bucks. Thanks so much for the update there, Bill. Yeah, I'm not putting my money this year on the Bucks to win the title. From what I've seen from the Bucks, even when they've had their 3 in the lineup, Giannis, Middleton, and Holiday, they just don't seem like they want it more this year. It seemed like last year was their year, and they've cooled off like they're not giving it their all. Here's a run by Chubb. That's a good run right there to the right side of the hashes and cuts to the right of the numbers. Tackled at the 40. First down carry, good for 8. So what they're going to have to do much more. Get the ball in the number 24. Maybe he can burst off a big one. Pittsburgh's defense has struggled this season, averaging around 5 yards per carry, just under to running backs this year. And Nick Chubb, top 3 rusher in the NFL this season. He's only been on the field for 13 out of 31 snaps. That is a big-time mistake. They need to get him more involved here in the second half. Mayfield, handoff. Chubb cuts to his left. Stiff arm. Takes down a man along with him. Continues to play spin move. And he picks up positive yardage, a gain of 2. Looked like he should have lost 2, and he picks up 2 from the carry. Yeah, my reaction to that that's just unfortunate. He needs mental help for Antonio Brown. It's too bad he lets down his teammates like that. Incredible comeback, though, by Tom Brady. I mean, never bet against the GOAT. I was sensing it. I was like, yeah, look. I kept on looking at the score. I was like, yeah, the Jets are going to choke in that game. They're going to lose. But Bucks can score, and guess what? Tom Brady goes in the drive, wins the game. 5th pass batted down in the night. Baker Mayfield back of the line of scrimmage, and it is deflected by guess who? TJ Watt, 2nd time tonight. Watt, 2 pass deflections, 2 sacks, making a monster impact. If you're Baker Mayfield, how can you not get a read that TJ Watt is right there? I don't know how you're not able to get a read of that. He's just waiting in clear sight, looking to break that pass down. 3rd down and 7. 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Mayfield from the gun. Takes a snap. Flushed out to his right. Pressure coming. Watch out. And he slides down back of the line of scrimmage. Gives himself up on a 3rd down and long. What you cannot do. You have to extend the play if you're Baker Mayfield. From that camera view, I'm not sure if he had anybody open on the right side, but you have to get it to the right side of the field if you're Baker Mayfield. Use that vision and get it to your wide receiver. And he didn't even stare down the field and see if any receivers were open. He just scrambled to his right and just gave himself up for no gain. 4th down and 7, back in their own territory. Dustin Colquitt standing at his own 32-yard line, about to boot it away. Receives the snap, punts this away. Towards the far side of the numbers. This ball is bobbled. Dropped by McLeod, sliding down around the 6-yard line. And Ray McLeod, lucky that he falls on him, but Pittsburgh going to have a long field coming up. Antonio Brown on courtside. Grizzlies Nets game tonight, on his phone the whole game, not even watching it. Oof. Yeah, he needs a mental health evaluation. It's unfortunate. He's bringing down Tom Brady and all of his teammates who have worked so. Everybody in the NFL works so hard to get to a point every single day. They work so hard, and for this man to come in, so much talent he has, and just let it all to waste to do things with stupidity. It's unfortunate. Because he's just so talented and he lets it all to waste. Yeah, it doesn't shock me that he does all these things. He needs a CTE scan. Slot King, welcome in. Do I feel like I could play in the NBA? Probably not. Most likely. I don't think I make the cut as far as size. When I used to play, I was really good though from the perimeter. Like I had a lot of range from deep. Trying to think, cause I was in middle school. Yeah, it was more Steph Curry was more started out in my high school days, I think, cuz I was in middle school 2007 I was 12. 2008 I think I watched him in a tournament though. I feel like I might have watched him. Yeah, I definitely watched Steph in the tournament. I think I was in 8th grade that year. Vaughn's pumped up for the PGA Tour. Yeah, I know there's a big PGA Tour event that comes near my area in August. It's the one in Norton that they do the PGA Tour. That's like the end of August, right before Labor Day. Pittsburgh with a football coming up. They start out deep in their own territory at their own 5-yard line. Roethlisberger ace formation, Harris in the backfield. Ben takes a snap, handoff, Harris up the middle, rushes past the 5 to around 7, maybe 8-yard line. Gets around 3, possibly 4. They're gonna say 3 on the carry. Brings up a 2nd and 7. Under 5 minutes left to go in the third. Harris over 100 tonight, 17 carries for 108. Deontay Johnson, the top receiver, only got 31 receiving yards, has 8 catches. Second and 6. In motion for right to left, Johnson. Handoff again, it's Harris. Rushes left side of the hashes, past the 10 to around the 12. Still around 2-3 yards shy of the first. As long as their girlfriend doesn't like Clemson football, that's all that matters. 3rd down and 3. Roethlisberger from the gun, under 4 minutes left to go in the third. He takes the snap, back to pass, pump fake, pressure coming, and he gets sacked. Watch out, where is he down? Close to the end zone where the referee is going to mark him. I believe his knee is down just shy of the goal line. Big Ben is lucky it will not be a safety. Steelers will have to punt it away deep in their own end zone. Pressure coming, and Jadeveon Clowney, the one who picks up the sack at the 1-yard line. Roethlisberger's knee is down at the 1-yard line. Lucky. He was being dragged back to the end zone. That is down at the 1. Corliss Waitman boots the ball away as the pressure comes in for the punt. Return to the 44. Peoples-Jones past midfield and chopped up around the 47-yard line. That is the fullback of the Steelers playing special teams, Derek Watts, who chops up Donovan Peoples-Jones in the return. Waitman is lucky that punt was almost blocked. So close to being blocked by Cleveland. Johan, welcome to the stream, man. We take another timeout. The Browns will start things off in their own territory, in the Steelers' territory coming up. Best field position start of the night for Pittsburgh at the Steelers' 47. Nightmare game for Baker Mayfield. He has only involved 2 other receivers in the passing game as far as completed passes. 4 catches by Jarvis Landry for 43 receiving yards. 1 catch by Donovan Peoples-Jones of 22. Austin Hooper, Anthony Schwartz, Dearness Johnson, and Rashard Higgins all have seen at least 1 target but no catches. Providence does not have a football team. Yeah, Providence doesn't have a football team. Boston University doesn't have a football team. LeBron never played college basketball. He went to high school. His team he went to in Columbus. That was the Fighting Irish. I think they had the nickname the Fighting Irish. St. Vincent Mary. Yep, St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron, Ohio, and yeah, they were the Irish. So that's where he played high school basketball. So it was in Akron, Ohio. Okay. It's got the same things that like same exact look-alike jersey as Notre Dame when they're not wearing like dark blue and gold. It's the green and gold. And okay, so its nickname is the Fighting Irish too. It's got like similar logo to Notre Dame I just saw. So we get back to action. 13-zip to score. Mayfield pump fake. Play action. Fires across the middle. That ball is complete. Peoples-Jones second catch of the game down the right sideline. 20, 15. Rushed out of bounds around the inside the 10-yard line around the 8. Finally, something is happening here for Cleveland. Curry just got benched after making 2 fouls in the first quarter. Is that a rule the coach decide? That's more of a coach's decision because he's in quick foul trouble, picking up 2 fouls. They're gonna save him for the game later on. So they're not gonna risk him getting a third in the first quarter. So he's probably gonna be on the bench for the remaining part of the first. First and goal, 2:15 in the third. Baker handoff up the middle. Chubb rushes past the 5 to the 4. Now it's Nick Chubb time. You have to cash this into the end zone. And if you want to do so, don't rely on your quarterback to do it. Put the ball into the hands of number 24. Hasn't received many touches tonight in this game. You have to get Chubb involved. Chubb up to 9 carries, 57 rushing yards, averaging over 6 yards per carry. It's inexcusable why they haven't put the ball into his hands more. 6 yards per carry for Chubb tonight. He's in the backfield, single set formation. Ball at the 4-yard line to Pittsburgh. Mayfield. Handoff. Right side Chubb. Chubb rushes and takes it for about a yard to the 3. One and a half minutes remaining in the third. Big third down and goal coming up for Cleveland. This is 4 down territory. I think here, once again, you have to run with Chubb. Don't put it into your quarterback's hands. Unless it's 4th and goal from the 2. If you're at the 1, you probably want to plunge it in again. Mayfield's going to pass it. Right corner fade to the end zone. That pass is going to be juggled and caught at the corner and the fade. It is complete for the touchdown. David Njoku with a touchdown grab. And the Browns put it to a 1-possession game. They gamble, right corner of the end zone, one-on-one coverage, and Njoku is the one who comes up with it. And that will be Joe Hayden, the one in coverage. Yeah, I also said that because partially might be a little bit biased. Field goal is, or extra point is good, but the passing game hasn't worked all day. And it started to click on that drive. It was a long pass by Peoples-Jones. 39-yard catch, the longest play of the game. And then the Joku right corner fade to the end zone, able to catch it. It's just Chubb hasn't really been involved offensively tonight at all. They have a chance to get him more involved, though. They're back into the game. Only a one-possession game. Pittsburgh's done a nice job of mixing and matching tonight. More so through the passing game, but Najee Harris has gone over 100 rushing today. Ben's dropped back 41 times to pass the football. He's only completed 24 passes. A lot of stuff's been short underneath, though, throughout tonight. Yeah, I could see him going to Ohio State. I could have probably pictured him going to like UCLA, possibly too. This ball gets booted away by Cleveland. Goes to the back of the end zone. Pittsburgh will let it go to the back, and they'll start off at their own 25. Yep, Nodder with 22 commercials, and might be it for him this season. Too bad for Baker. Rough game today, well below the 50% completion mark. In today's game by Baker Mayfield, just 7 for 19, did have the touchdown pass. Handoff to Harris. Harris rushes for about 1 on the carry. Penalty flag comes flying in, though. I think that's a face mask by Clowney. That looks like a face mask by Clowney. If so, that's going to be his third penalty of the game. 49 seconds left to go in the third. Yeah, his right hand's all over the top of the helmet. Right around the face mask, trying to take down Najee Harris in the last play. He doesn't actually get the cage. He got the top of the helmet. And that's the right decision there by the referees. They pick up the flag and they say no penalty by Clowney. So that is the correct decision. He got the top right above the cage. He got for that portion of the helmet. So that's not a face mask penalty. Under 30 seconds left to go in the third. Pittsburgh with 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right with McLeod. Roethlisberger from the gun. Harris lines up to the right. Takes the snap. Ben looks left. Passes. Deflected. Almost caught. It was McLeod, but it falls down to the ground. Incomplete. 3rd and 9 now for Pitt. $15 seconds left to go in the third. And a timeout. Pittsburgh will burn a timeout. First charge timeout in the second half. Oh, yeah, I've seen the Aaron Rodgers commercials. 15 seconds remaining, third quarter. Roethlisberger once again, shotgun formation. Johnson lined up, 1-on-1 coverage, right side. Roethlisberger passes, quick right side, incomplete. Down to the grass intended for McLeod. He's got a lot of targets today, and obviously Big Ben is frustrated as that goes on a short field. Not much time taken off the clock for Pittsburgh, and they will punt it away with still 12 seconds remaining in the third. Paul on the stream, welcome in. I heard that the Bucks lost against the Pistons. 115-106. Wow, Pistons pick up the victory on the road out in Milwaukee. This punt gets booted away around the 10-yard line, drifting back to the 24, returned by Peoples-Jones. Torres is right at the 30, gets a gang tackled. And that's where the Browns will start with 2 seconds left to go. Do I remember Clemson and Cal playing each other? I actually don't. I remember when Cal was on the national TV at a game for ABC Saturday Night Football. Back in 2005, they played against Tennessee, and they were the Saturday Night Football game on ABC. And Cal was ranked, I think it was a top 25 matchup. Both teams were ranked. They'll have one play remaining in the third quarter for Cleveland. Ball they take over at the 30-yard line. Mayfield takes the snap, play action. Back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Mayfield gets sacked back at the 25. What a game for the Pittsburgh defense. Highsmith and Loudermilk right there for the sack with Alex Highsmith, Isaiah Loudermilk. Baker Mayfield has given up 5 sacks tonight. Second and long as we start off the fourth quarter, going into the timeout. Yep, my Santa definitely loves Aaron Rodgers. He loves Aaron Rodgers' toe that he has with his gimpy toe. Oh, yeah, I got the timeout over it for a second with the pillow. There it is, though. I'll lower my camera just a little bit. There it is. I think the letters stretch a little more for you. Possible. Timeout has to go over most of that right now since we're on the timeout. 13-7, we ended the third quarter, moving on to the fourth. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Interesting here that Cleveland still has an opportunity tonight in this game. Even though Baker Mayfield's having a rough night all night long, just 7 for 19 passing. And Nick Chubb's up to 58 rushing yards. He's going to see if he can get some big rushing yards here in the second half. That's been the Achilles heel this season for Pittsburgh's defense, is that they're at the very bottom of the NFL, allowing around 5 rushing yards to opponents. And Nick Chubb's he's averaging around 6 yards per carry, just under. He might join back for some basketball tomorrow, so we'll see if I can get Santa back in for the stream. I think he's going to go up in the attic coming up soon. Yeah, he might stay until the 6th of January. He loves Armenian Christmas. And Armenian Christmas takes place on the 6th of January, and he also likes a couple other things. That's around that time frame that he enjoys. Do I remember Texas and Florida playing each other? I don't believe so. Saturday Night Football as the timeout slide is finished. 15 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter as we're back into action in just a moment. I'm trying to see when Cal played Tennessee back on Saturday Night Football. Here's a pass across the middle, complete, 40, 45, chopped up, just past the 45-yard line. That's good for a catch of 16 by the tight end. Goes to Austin Hooper. This was in 2007. Cal was ranked at number 12, and Tennessee was ranked at number 15. And on Labor Day weekend back in 2007, Cal beat Tennessee in college football 45-31. So talk about a long time since Cal has been relevant and ranked inside the top 15 of college football. Handoff goes to Dearness Johnson, takes it past midfield for about a 5-yard rush to the 49 of Pitt territory. Penalty flag is down, though. Looks like it's on Cleveland's offense, and it is. Yeah, he might get some extra reps in here. If he's good, it all depends. It's going to be 1st and 20 now for Cleveland. So we are approaching the 14-minute mark left to go. Mayfield, empty backfield, takes a snap, back to pass, launches left side, and that ball away and down, incomplete, intended for Jarvis Landry. Clock will stop with 13:51 left to go. It's going to be a 2nd down and 20 for Cleveland. Yeah, Santa with the call this year. He thought that my family deserved a lot of call this year. 2nd down and 20, pass underneath, and it's incomplete. Intended for Dearness Johnson again, and Mayfield just throws it right into the ground. There's some big shirtless men at this game in Pittsburgh, as we show in the crowd, them waving their towels around. Not Antonio Brown, though. This is a 3rd and 20 for Cleveland. Launching Mayfield well short of the 1st down marker, and Peoples-Jones gets cracked. Dropped the ball. In coverage, it was Akello Witherspoon who puts on the hit on Peoples-Jones, and this will be a 4th down coming up for Cleveland. Oh, what a hit. Just crushed him as he's anticipating that football. About 6-7 yards shy of the 1st down marker. Nothing you can do if you're Peoples-Jones. If you're Baker Mayfield, you have to know where the 1st down sticks are. It was 3rd and 20. You have to know where they are and get it to the 1st down marker. Cleveland boots away the football. Ray McLeod back to return the punt, but this punt gets absolutely shanked. Down the far sideline, it gets shanked. Off the foot of Dustin Colquitt, and this will set up tremendous field position coming up for Pittsburgh. Yeah, the Santa actually, when you pick him up, he actually has it has a bell that you ring. Oop. Yeah, good question. Timeout slide's going to go back up again. 13:36 left to go. It's going to be Pittsburgh football. That was only a 21-yard punt, so Pittsburgh will take over around their 43-yard line. Pittsburgh at their own 43 will take over. 21-yard punt by Dustin Colquitt. He shanked it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm not sure myself if I look like a closely resemblance of any movie actor. If I can see, I don't know. I haven't been compared to one. Yeah, so the Santa actually has like a bell that he has on it, and when a neighbor's dog comes over, sometimes I ring the bell, and I have to make sure that the dog doesn't come in and attack Santa, because he loves the sound of the bell. I hope to be back tomorrow. It's going to be college basketball with Kentucky against LSU for tomorrow. I think there's a second game after that too. So yeah, I'm planning on being back tomorrow, unless for some reason, if for some reason I'm not like feeling well or so. But I hope to be fine. I'm feeling fine right now. So we get back into action here. A rush to the right side of the hashes. Najee Harris able to pick up enough. Good for 10 yards. First down past midfield. The other game's Kansas, Oklahoma State. That's the 9 o'clock game. It's Kentucky, LSU's the 7. .13 minutes left to go in the fourth. Pittsburgh with a football at the 47-yard line of Browns territory. Handoff and the draw up the middle. Harris past the 45, and he goes down to around the 43. It's good for around a gain of 4 and a carry. .12.5 minutes left to go. Robert, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's unfortunate with Cleveland. So much talent on this team, and just keep on coming up short. Delayed handoff up the middle again, past the 40-yard line, and 2 yards shy of the first down marker. It's Najee Harris. Yeah, Zach Wilson. And also, don't forget about Davis Mills. Under 12 minutes left to go. 3rd down and 2 here for Pitt. Oh, yeah, she does this all the time to me. Ben from the gun. He's letting down time. Come off the clock. Won't snap it on the play clock until about 2. Goes down to 1. Takes a snap. Handoff. Good for the first in the rush. It's Harris. Past the 35. Down around the 33-yard line. And this clock will approach 11 minutes left to go. And Pittsburgh will keep on retaining possession. And it's been a total difference between possession arrow in this game. 32 minutes total time of possession by Pittsburgh. 17-23 by Cleveland tonight. Wow, young Jan Michael Vincent and Brad Pitt there for F. Lloyd. Under 11 minutes left to go in the fourth. Steelers with a football with Roethlisberger, who will pass it here left side, and that is a dangerous throw, incomplete for Chase Claypool. One-on-one coverage down the left sideline. You've been running the ball effectively. Just keep on running it. Take 3 downs. Put up points on the board. Cleveland hasn't been able to show you that they can drive downfield and consistently score touchdowns tonight in this game, and they go and pass the football on 1st and 10. It does not make sense. The clock just stops right there when you could have ran the football. We could have been down to 10 minutes right now. Still, it's 10:45 left to go in the fourth. Second down to 10 coming up for Pittsburgh. Ball spot at the 34-yard line of Browns territory. Roethlisberger takes a snap handoff up the middle of the carry. It goes to Harris once again, and he manages to get around 2, maybe 3 on the rush. And this will bring up a 3rd and long. Steelers this season having a lot of trouble on 3rd and long situations. Today in the game, they are 4 for 15 on 3rd down. It's going to be a 3rd and 8. Third and 8, 10 minutes left to play. Roethlisberger from the shotgun formation. He's got Harris lined up in the backfield to the left side. 3 receivers bunched up to the right, 1 to the left. Roethlisberger takes a snap, fires, left side, incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended wide receiver. And Roethlisberger puts it out away from Johnson out of bounds, and Johnson shaken up. Johnson slow to get up. It was one-on-one coverage. Did he slip in his route? He slipped coming back to the football because Roethlisberger put it behind and away from him. That's what happened. And of course, Ben looking for the flag didn't get the call. No pass interference penalty. And now Chris Boswell will come out and attempt a deep field goal. This is a 50-yard attempt from the middle hashes. Snap the hold. The kick looks pretty good. It is through the uprights as he boots it. Chris Boswell for 3. 50-yard field goal goes down, and Pittsburgh puts themselves up on top by 2 possessions. 16-7 with a 9-point lead as we enter another timeout. So if you guys are new on the stream here, hit that thumbs up, spike that like. Appreciate you guys coming in here for a special live stream tonight. Big Ben's last game looks like most likely at Heinz Field at home. What a way to end it off with a bang. Najee Harris, 136 rushing yards, averaging around 6 yards per carry tonight for Pittsburgh on 23 rushes. Ben Roethlisberger's thrown 45 passes, and the reason why is because Cleveland can't run enough plays. They've allowed Pittsburgh to get as many plays as possible because Cleveland has only run 43 plays to 72 tonight by Pittsburgh. Yeah, I remember that. You had a gym teacher back in high school that was an LSU fan. He was from New Orleans. So not much anything either way for the Browns to be playing here. Pittsburgh would have to win out and hope that the Jags beat the Colts next Sunday in order to get into the playoffs. Wow, I saw that Pistons Bucks with a update there that the Pistons beat the Bucks 115-106. Saddiq Bey, he's starting to break out now. He had 34 points in the game for Saddiq Bey. He made 8 threes. So having a monster impact there on the reason why Detroit beat Milwaukee. We get back to action. In the timeout, it's going to be a kickoff to the back of the end zone that goes, and Cleveland will start things off with their own 25-yard line. Well, now for the Browns is 4-down territory. And it's been a struggle today getting anything going from the passing game. 5 passes deflected at the line of scrimmage. Only 8 completed passes out of 23 attempts tonight by Baker Mayfield. He has taken 5 sacks. Also threw an interception. 1 passing touchdown by Baker. Right corner fade to the end zone to his tight end, David Njoku. First play from scrimmage goes to Nick Chubb, and he goes nowhere. Loss of 2 in the carry. Pittsburgh's defense read it well. It's Alex Highsmith who takes down Chubb for a loss of 2. Yep, I remember that. That was the Battle of Bristol when Virginia Tech played Tennessee. I think that was the largest attended sporting event in the nation's history for football. Here's a pump fake and a sack. Sack number 6 taken by Baker Mayfield tonight. It is Derek Tuska who picks up the sack. Number 48 for Pittsburgh. Just beats his offensive lineman. With James Hudson, the offensive tackle on the outside, just beats him right on the snap and gets past him to sack Mayfield. 3rd and 18 for Cleveland. Mayfield takes the snap, drops back in the pocket, pressure coming. Forced out to his right. Mayfield will step up. You have to do something. He will tuck it in and run, and Mayfield goes out of bounds in the 3rd and 18. You got to be kidding me. Penalty flag is down, and oh, man. What a dismal night for the Browns. Have to get away the football if you're Baker Mayfield and pass it downfield on the 3rd and long. And it's holding on the offense, penalty by Wyatt Teller on the offensive line. Wyatt Teller holds over Isaiah Loudermilk, and that will put the Browns back even further, as what was a 3rd and long will become a 3rd and a mile as the terrible towels keep on rallying and waving here in Heinz Field. 3rd and 26. 8.5 minutes left to play in the 4th. Mayfield from the gun, they go 4 wide. He takes a snap. And this play gets blown dead. Another penalty flag down. It looks like false start in the offensive line. And it is. False start by Cleveland. Jedrick Willis Jr. on the offensive line. Yeah, they need. Just got Case Keenum an opportunity. They came into the game not even in the playoffs after yesterday's results. 3rd and 30. Mayfield will just hand it off to Dearness Johnson, and he rushes left side draw for 3. So approaching the 8-minute mark left to play, and this will be a punt from their own end zone. You can see the camera right there, the Pittsburgh fan right next to a Cleveland fan. Oof. And the Pittsburgh fan's like, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? And the guy's just, oh man, he's just pounding. Oof. It's not about how you start off the season. They started out the season with an L, but lost in a shootout against Kansas City. I remember when everybody thought that the Browns were legit, that they could be a playoff team, as here's a bull rush coming straight through on the punt. This ball gets booted away. Penalty flag comes down, and the Browns didn't get the snap off in time. Illegal shift offense. Or it's delay of game by the offense. Delay of game by the offense on a punt. So pushes back the football even more, and Cleveland will have to punt it away from the back of their own end zone with Colquitt. Yeah, the Cleveland football team. Just like Washington, should stick with the 2 names. Colquitt standing at the very back of his own end zone. The snap. Rush is coming. Punts it away. At midfield, McLeod returns towards the left side of the hashes, past the 40, wrapped up around the 37. Good for a 13-yard return. Pittsburgh still alive in the playoff race. 7:23 left to go. They need help though next week with out of the less likelihood to do so. A miracle from the Jaguars to beat the Colts on Sunday, and for Pittsburgh to beat Baltimore too. Baltimore needs a little bit more help than the Steelers. Baltimore would need the same thing: the Jaguars to beat the Colts, and then Baltimore would need the Raiders to knock off the Chargers. Rush towards the right side of the hashes. Good for 2 yards by Najee Harris. Harris up to 139 rushing yards on 24 carries. He's had a tremendous season. Top 5 in the rushing this year for a rookie. Under 7 minutes left to play. It's going to be a 2nd down and 7 coming up for Pittsburgh. I mean, at least the game's 16-7. It's not like it's 50-7, like the one I watched yesterday, ended in a 50-10 score. Handoff, draw, Harris to the 30. Good for around 4. And this will bring up about a 3rd down and 3 coming up for Pitt. Big Ben soaking in the moment. He needed to take a moment. The last time they were at home, and you see on the bench, picture reflection of Big Ben and his center Kendrick Green, and what most likely will be Big Ben's last game. Pass to the far near sideline, and it is dropped by Chase Claypool, incomplete. Not a good night if you had Chase Claypool in your fantasy team. He had 9 targets. He only hauled in 3 of those for 17 receiving yards, 3 catches, and no scores. Chris Boswell, perfect 3 for 3, will come out again to attempt a field goal. 48-yard attempt from the middle of the hashes. The snap, the hold, the kick by Boswell. It is up in. It is through the uprights and good. 19-7 Pittsburgh with 5:48 left to play in the 4th. And the Steelers still have an opportunity to get to the playoffs. Do need help, though. A lot of help to get there. A miracle. There's a penalty flag down. Right now they have the field goal that counted. Let's see where the penalty flag was thrown, though. Looks like it was after the field goal as it went through. Kick is good. Penalty is on Cleveland. I think it just makes a shorter distance for the kickoff. $5:48 left to go. Oh, there was a scrum after the field goal was kicked through. Myles Garrett was right in the middle of that. Browns have a record of 3-28 at Heinz Field since 1990. Steelers have owned the Browns basically like the whole NFL has done for 30 years. Anthony, welcome to the stream, man. Pittsburgh's not in the playoffs yet. They're going to need a ton of help to get there. They're going to have to... So, this one looks like it's a win, barring a miracle, as the Browns will return it. 5 yards deep from their own end zone, down the left side of the left sideline and out of bounds, just shy of the 25. So Pitt's going to win this game. They're going to be 8-7-1. They need help, though. And that would be from... They need the Jaguars to beat the Colts next week to get in. So they would have to win against Baltimore, and then they would have to have the Jaguars beat the Colts to do so. And that's if the Chargers win. Oh, either way. Okay, so either way, 'cause I'm toggling these matchups here. So they get the 7. So they get the 7 either way. Unless the Chargers and Raiders tied, then they wouldn't get in. Even if the Jaguars beat the Colts, that's unlikelihood of anything. It would be the Chargers and the Raiders who would both get in. That's the only scenario where the Chargers and Raiders could both get in. Ball around the 34-yard line. Mayfield passes, and that pass underneath complete for around 8 as it goes to David Njoku, his tight end. Less than 5 minutes left to go. So Pittsburgh would have to win against Baltimore next week. They would need the Jaguars to beat the Colts, and then they get in. Unless the Chargers Raiders end up in a tie, which means Chargers and Raiders will both get in. If the Chargers beat the Raiders, Chargers will be in the 6th seed. Pitt will be in the 7th seed. If the Colts lose against the Jags, the likelihood of that happening is 1 in a million, basically, slim to 0. And if the Raiders win, they be the 6th seed. Pitt will be the 7. All if the Jags beat the Colts. Yeah, another snoozer tonight. These primetime games have been tough this year. Washington against Dallas. Last week on Sunday Night Football, Ian Book started at quarterback. Last week for New Orleans. It's been tough games this year. Mayfield gets dropped back. Another Monday night game, another sack fest. 3.5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter, and Baker Mayfield takes sack number 8. If you had a Pittsburgh defense tonight, you had yourself a great game for fantasy. A lot of off-season changes for the Browns. It's too bad because, okay, I'm looking back at the Monday night schedule, what happened this year. 4-down territory for Cleveland. We'll call this play first. I'll go over what the schedule was. The schedule started out great, and we have a timeout taken before. It's on Pittsburgh. They take their second charge timeout. So Pitt takes a timeout. It's going to be 4th and 19 for Cleveland with any hopes happening with 3:04 left to go on this play right here. The season started out great. The Raiders had won opening night against the Ravens. So that's a difference maker in the season. The Raiders are 9-7 right now because of winning that one game they won opening night head-to-head over the Ravens, who are 8-8. Every single game matters in an NFL season. And then it was more of a snoozer between Packers and Lions the next week, though. Green Bay was trailing 17-14 at halftime, and then it took the Packers 6 quarters to just have tough football playing to start off the season, and then once they got into quarter number 7, they went off and never looked back ever since. Packers beat the Lions in week 2, 35-17. Cowboys beat the Eagles 41-21 in week 3. Here we go, 4th and 19. Could be the final play of Cleveland tonight. Pass deep down the right side. It's incomplete. Penalty is down. And is this a catchable ball? That's the question. Nobody was even remotely close in the area. Baker Mayfield overthrew his receiver by 15 yards. And the referees will say pass interference on Joe Hayden of the Steelers. So this drive will stay alive. Rashad Higgins, then the intended receiver, puts his hands up as soon as Hayden touches him. That you could go for that ball wasn't catchable, because it certainly wasn't. That was airmail 15 yards past where the intended wide receiver was supposed to be. Brings up a 1st and 10. Browns still alive. 4 down territory once again. Mayfield from the gun. 3 minutes left to play. Takes a snap. Back to pass. Steps up. Fires across the middle and dropped. Rashad Higgins Butterfingers. Wide open across the left side of the hashes underneath, and he drops it. 2nd and 10. A lot of work for the Browns. They thought that OBJ could be a savior for this team when they picked him up, and just hasn't ever looked himself since his injury. Mayfield passes right side, and that's down in the grass, incomplete, intended for Chubb. That's uncatchable right there. That's all on Mayfield. He just rushes the pass, forced out to his right. He didn't even need to be flushed out and rush towards his right. Just slide to your right, man, and complete the pass underneath. A late penalty flag is down, and this is on the offense. The referees come in and call this a false start. Like a minute after the play is over, the referees come in and call this a false start. Play shouldn't even have happened. It's a 3rd down and 10. 2:51 left to go. Browns have got outscored in the 4th quarter, 117-66 this season. 3rd and 10. Should see at least 2 more downs from the Browns tonight. 4 down territory. Mayfield takes a snap. Pressure coming. Do not want to take a 9 sack. Flushed out to his left. Watch out, referee, as he's going to step up, rush for down the left side. Mayfield picks up a 1st down. Past midfield and slammed out of bounds on the far side by Hayden as he meets. That referee almost got bulldozed over by Baker Mayfield as he flushed out left towards the pocket. Almost got right into Baker's way. Wow. First and 10, Cleveland. .239 left to go. Mayfield from the gun again. Takes a snap back to pass. Pump fake. Pressure coming up, and Mayfield gets sacked. Couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage as he gets sacked for the 9th time tonight by the Pittsburgh defensive front. Henry Mondo, the one who picks up the sack, number 99 of Pittsburgh. He got half a sack, and the other half goes to Alex Highsmith. Baker, check down. Nothing much for Johnson. Back to the line of scrimmage, and we will meet the 2-minute warning. It is Ulysses Gilbert, the one who made sure that Dearness Johnson wasn't going anywhere. 19-7 as we go on a 2-minute warning. All Pittsburgh again tonight. Nothing going on in the bag for Baker Mayfield. 11 for 28 passing. He's almost had as many sacks as completions in this game. 11 completed passes. 9 sacks taken for 46 yards lost. Pittsburgh splitting up these sacks. 4 of those by TJ Watt. The league sack leader now at 21.5. 2 sacks by Alex Highsmith. 1 each by Derek Tuska, Henry Montague, and Cameron Hayward has got a sack as well. Watt with 4, Highsmith with 2. Just holding on to the football for so long. Yeah, the Monday night game started out with a bang this year. That Raiders-Ravens game. Week 2, it was pretty close. It was close in the first half, and then the Packers started to pull away in the second half over the Lions, 35-17. Cowboys beat the Eagles, 41-21. Chargers beat the Raiders Week 4, 28-14. I remember calling this. This was a great game. The Ravens with an unbelievable comeback. They were down 25-3. They came back and beat the Colts 31-25 in Week 5. And then I remember calling this thriller at the end. Titans beat the Bills 34-31 as Buffalo was stopped in a 4th and goal at the 1-yard line as the game ran down to the end of regulation. Saints won over the Seahawks 13-10. And then everybody was like, what's wrong with the Chiefs? The Chiefs narrowly beat the Giants 20-17 back on November 1st. That was week 8. That was basically the just prior to the midway point of the season. And it seemed like everybody had given up on the Chiefs. And now looks like Kansas City could possibly win the Super Bowl this year. Steelers beat the Bears 29-27. That's a game-saving, season-saving game right there that the Steelers won on Monday Night Football. 49ers won over the Rams 31-10. Yeah, this started the later portion of the month of November. It started to be blowouts. Bucks beat the Giants 30-10. That was not a good primetime matchup to put on Monday Night Football. Washington beat the Seahawks 17-15. That was just a rough game to watch in general. Great game despite the elements playing, and oh man, I could only imagine. This pass down the right side complete. It's good on an out route catch of 7 to Rashad Higgins. Patriots beat the Bills 14-10 on December 6th. Great game to watch. What a clinic by Bill Belichick coaching. Just old school type of football game there in the 55-mile-per-hour windy elements in Buffalo. Rams won over the Cardinals 30-23. That was 3 weeks ago. Vikings beat the Bears 17-9. Last Monday night was a rough one, 20-3 Dolphins over the Saints with Ian Book. And tonight, 19-7 with under 2 minutes left to play. Here we go, 4th and 2. Could be the final play of the game for Cleveland. Mayfield takes a snap back to pass, fires. Right side, it's complete to Peoples-Jones. First down, grab it at 21. Keeps the drive rolling. Minute 52 left to play. Still a miracle for Cleveland. They have a new set of downs once again. .152 left to go. That's only completion number 13 tonight by Baker Mayfield. He's attempted 30 passes. Mayfield from the gun takes a snap. Drops back to pass. Launches deep down the right side. This ball is broken up, incomplete. Rashad Higgins fell down. Joe Hayden with his left hand comes in, breaks it up. Mayfield just wants the home run ball. Big plays haven't been there today. You have to look for a crosser if you're the Cleveland Browns. You can't be going with a deep down the field stuff. These guys in the secondary are good. The receivers fail to get separation for Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, 44% completion rate. Pass underneath, complete to Njoku, who got the lone touchdown grab. That's good for 9. Buffalo's on top of the AFC East right now. 3rd and 1. Quarterback sneak. Mayfield to the 10. It's a 2-yard rush. .125 left to go. They still got 3 timeouts, and they finally take one. Yeah, so Buffalo is currently they're the number 4 seed. Let's see here. I'm going to clear this board. Yeah, they're the number 4 seed. The Patriots are the 5. So if the season ended today, the Patriots would be at Buffalo for the playoffs. There is the extra week, though, so things could change. So Buffalo is 10-6. Patriots are 10-6. Buffalo won the last one over the Patriots. The Bengals at the 3 seed are also 10-6. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, 5 wide. Mayfield has 3 receivers bunched up to his right, 2 to his left. Mayfield Takes the snap at the 11-yard line. Passes right corner fade to the end zone. Couldn't turn around to the football. It's incomplete. Jarvis Landry looking for the other shoulder. That's a ball that you have to throw on the fade to the opposite shoulder for Baker Mayfield, and he underthrows it to Landry. Couldn't turn around in time off his outstretched fingertips. Underthrows it. It's Baker Mayfield. Got to put that out in front more. Out in front more towards the sideline. Instead of him turning and making a play on an underthrown ball, outstretching your fingertips out in front of you. 1:20 left to play. Mayfield from the gun. Takes a snap. Back to pass. Looks again. Pump fake to the right corner. Flushed out to his right. Throws in the run. This ball is dangerous, and it is caught out of bounds. And it will be... Penalty flag is down. Is this an illegal touch, or is this pass interference on Sutton? This might be on Pittsburgh. Cameron Sutton gets called for the pass interference penalty. Keeps the drive alive now for Cleveland. First and goal. Should put the ball at the 1-yard line. They got Chubb in the backfield. Power I formation. Mayfield takes a snap. Play action. Back to pass. Open in the back corner. It's complete, and it's a touchdown to the tight end, Harrison Bryant. 19-13. This game ain't over yet with 1:10 left to play. Steelers are going to have to recover the onside kick. Out of the power I, Mayfield goes play action. And the Steelers stack the box defensively playing the run. $1:10 left to go. Good play call by Cleveland because everybody in the house knew the ball was most likely going to go to Chubb in that scenario. The extra point goes through. 19-14 and 1:10 left to play. It'll all come down to an onside kick. Big Ben's getting ready. He's got his helmet on just to take a knee. If that is the case, everybody going to be watching out for this one, though. Browns just scored a touchdown. They would need another touchdown, but first they would have to get the onside kick. Chase McLaughlin, 0 for 2 in his career in attempting onside kicks. Third season kicker. He will have one here. Here we go with the onside kick. McLaughlin fakes one side, now kicks to the right side, and scooped up diving. Pittsburgh has it at the 45. And the Steelers are still in the playoffs. They would need a miracle, though, with the Jags to beat the Colts in order to get in, and they would have to take care of business themselves on the road on Sunday at Baltimore. But Pittsburgh is still alive. Big Ben, final time at Heinz Field, most likely comes back out. And victory formation for the Steelers. Up by 5, 19-14. He quiets down the crowd. 1:09 left to go. Ben. He'll go handoff up the middle to Najee Harris and rushes to the 41. That's right, because Cleveland has both of their timeouts and they'll burn one. Now Cleveland with 1 timeout left to go. So you have to actually run plays here with those 2 timeouts remaining for the Browns. First matchup was a W by Pittsburgh, 15-10, back on Halloween. And here we are on the 3rd day of January 2022. Looks like Pitt's going to come out at home this time and pick up another 5-point victory. 1:04 left to do so. Roethlisberger attempted 46 passes, completed 24, only 123 yards. Through the air, it was his defensive front that came through, though. 9 sacks on Baker Mayfield. 2nd down and 6. Roethlisberger, handoff, Harris, up the middle, lunging forward, and just about a yard shy of the first. If they pick up the first down here, it's over. 1 minute left to go. Cleveland will burn their final timeout. And if they don't get the first down, they're playing the clock. Thank you, Ben 7. That's my quarterback. Sign reads out right now at Heinz Field. First down and it's over for Pittsburgh. Could be the last snap we ever see in the history of Big Ben in the NFL at Heinz Field. If they get the first down, they'll go into victory formation and take a knee. Browns are out of timeouts. 3rd down and 2. Ben, handoff up the middle. Harris able to get the first down, breaks a tackle. Oh, he's off loose. 25-20 down the right sideline. Takes it across the plane for the 6th touchdown rush. Najee Harris puts it on the board for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 25-14 from 37 yards out. And that's the ball game. For the Cleveland Browns defense, you have to put together a stop. Biggest play of the game to do so. And you couldn't. The defense failed on the 3rd and short to stop the running back. Najee Harris, what a night. 28 rushes, 188 rushing yards in the ground. And finally gets his well-deserved first touchdown rush of the night. Extra point is through. 26-14 Pittsburgh with 51 seconds left to go. Always memorable in your last home game to finish off with a touchdown score. Not by Big Ben, but by his running back. They get a promising future with him, Najee Harris, in the running game. Rookie running back, top 5 this season in rushing yards, puts up 188 on the board. Pittsburgh will kick it off. 51 seconds left to go. This ball gets kicked away. It gets returned 2 yards deep. Johnson past the 15-20. He gets to around the 20. He just hit second level once he broke the tackles down the right side and went down the right sideline. So we saw that replay with Najee Harris. .45 seconds left to play. 1st and 10 to Cleveland. They still got Baker Mayfield out on the field passing underneath to Dearness Johnson, and he drops the ball. Hasn't been all Baker's. I mean, he's taken 9 sacks, but I mean, it hasn't been all on him with his fault tonight, even though he's had a rough performance. His receivers have constantly dropped balls, too. So many passes should be catchable. Right there, Dearness Johnson has to have that one. A lot of offseason moves need to be made for Cleveland if they want this team to get into the playoffs anytime soon. Baker passes underneath, complete. Catch of 7 goes to Njoku. 30 seconds left to play. Mayfield completes 43% of his passes tonight, 16 for 27 through the air. 3rd and 3. Mayfield takes a snap, launches right side. That was almost picked. Incomplete, dangerous coverage. 15 seconds left to go. It's a big homecoming, too. Ben Roethlisberger grew up 135 miles west of Canton, Ohio, and Findlay, Ohio. This going against the Cleveland Browns, even though on his home field here tonight at Heinz Field. So from the remote area, even though he's a state to the left. Bobbled, juggled, and intercepted in and out of the hands of Njoku, and it gets picked off. Second INT thrown tonight by Baker Mayfield. It is Trey Norwood with a pick. 10 seconds left to go, and Ben Roethlisberger will come out and take a knee in victory formation for Pittsburgh. Thanks all for joining in tonight. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe before I do sign off. 26-14. Big Ben's final game at home as a Steeler, most likely. And for the Cleveland Browns, a lot of questions surrounding their team going into the offseason, especially with quarterback play coming up for next season. Snap to Ben. He takes the knee. And this game is gone final. 26-14 Pittsburgh, and they're still alive in the playoff hunt, improving to 8 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie on the season. Thanks so much all for joining in. I hope to be back tomorrow. Covering it will be college basketball. I plan on covering Kentucky versus LSU. Might cover Kansas versus Oklahoma State as well after that one. Also, thanks so much all for joining in. Before I do sign off, gonna wrap up with the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of my live stream, as we have Jason, Cindy, Verjeep, Olded Deuce, Brian, SG Sports Talk, Russell, D Block, BP, Greg, Oreo Pudding, Bino, Arohan, Mark, Mike, John, Jessica, Stephanie, Ahino, Joseph, Elkie, and Gia for 90, Woody, Warren, I Am Ghost, Pamela, Keith, Isaiah, Manon Hades, Barco, Dave, Rides of Steel, and Kelly. Big victory for Pittsburgh, 26-14 the final. And what mostly will be the final game in the career at home of Big Ben Roethlisberger. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight. Wrapping up here. And enjoy the rest of your Monday night, everyone. Thanks so much for joining in.